na, 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 na. Esau's a bitch. My name is Esau the bitch. I will suck real little lula till it's dry. Allah, the way real moves. My name's Esau the bitch. I only watch real for his swagger. I don't care what real has to say as long as he swags around and shows his bond to me. So the bitch, I don't know what's going on. Sorry, dude. Oh, you caught me off guard. Oh, that's what I sing normally. Didn't realize the camera was on. I apologize. I'm not joking. All right, so today's going to be an interesting show. I'm going to open it up at around 8 o'clock. I've got a bit of a rant to do. Obviously, the show's changed a little bit from yesterday. I was going to just do a bit of a rant, but today, good, some big expose. Let's just say, Raspect, you made it. You made it, Raspect. You made it. And let's just say, the hundreds of shows where you titled it The Pigeon, because everyone says I'm obsessed with Raspect, but you have to understand, Raspect was obsessed with me. I never followed Raspect around the park like a fan. I never done that twice he did it to me. I think he's done the most amount of laps of the Raj than anybody's ever done. Yeah. Also, he's done more streams about me than anybody else. So guess what? We're going to now do the same to him now. Yeah, we'll do the same to him. Because what goes around comes around. Now, one of the things is, I'm a prophet. I'm a prophet. Raj is a prophet. Yes. I prophesied. The same way that Sir Faz says that Abu Layth is a guru because he's a teacher of mine, I'm a prophet now because the word doesn't really mean nothing. All prophet means is, what Sir Faz says all guru means is a teacher, so he'll use it. That's fine. I'll say I'm a prophet now because I prophesied something a year and a half ago, so I'm a prophet, yeah? Yeah, I'm a prophet. If it's just about a name, if it's just about a word and it means nothing, then I will use the prophet Raj. Because a year and a half ago, let's have a look. Because yesterday, oh, is Lady Divine there? Big up Lady Divine, man. Big up Lady Divine. We salute you. Great interview with, I might go over it later with Naifa, man. Naifa and Lady D look like, like some proper freaking like badass females, man. They were like down there representing. I was scared, man. I couldn't even say go to the kitchen. That's how scared I was. I was like, no, I can't be saying nothing like that to these ladies, man. Big up to Raindrop. Yeah, they put me in my place. But big up to them, man. They did a good job down there, man. Representing well. Obviously, my opinion doesn't really matter. I'm just a Punjabi. What do people care about me? What does my opinion matter? All right, so we're going to go over this particular article. Now, I'm not going to say whether I agree with it or not. I'm not going to agree with it, not. Yeah, we salute you, Lady Divine. We salute you. So I'm not going to say whether I agree with the thing until later on. Big up Dave Smith. Hope everything's all right with your family, man. But as you can see, this article suddenly popped up. I'm not going to lie to you. This was sent to me early in the morning, just as I was about to go sleep. And my bloody eyes popped up like I freaking just took some form of freaking like hallucinogenics or something. I was starting to freaking, my eyes started to boggle out all over the place. like I just on crack or something, like skitsy witsy, like Simon. You know how Simon was when he used to do crack and was putting in bags and putting it underneath his bed and pissing in bottles. I didn't get to that stage, but in my eyes. Then I strolled down. What's this? Who's this about? The new face of race hate, yeah? Guy Adam Leifbeer, their leader, reveals in anti-Semitic abuse. I was like, oh, what's this about? I wonder who this is about. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is getting a bit controversial. And then I was like, all right. Oh, obviously, my eyes are. I know they're big already, yeah, but they were freaking like rolling about. Yeah, like I freaking was like freaking what's it called? Like Simon on crack. Yeah. But what's interesting, this is accusing Raspect of anti-Semitism, basically, and being a hypocrite. And guess what, guys? Guess what, guys? I must be a prophet, the same way Abu Layth is a guru, because obviously they say he's a guru because he's teaching me. He's my guru now. You know, it's nothing to do with the fact that, you know, we call our religious figures gurus. So they've called him a guru now. But I'm a prophet. It's got nothing to do with Islam, though, when I say prophet. Anyone could be a prophet, because if I've predicted something in the future, I'm a prophet, aren't I? So let's have a look. What's this? And I haven't changed the title. Yeah, I haven't changed the title. This was from 1.5 years ago. And what is the title of my video? Anti-Semitism and Hypocrisy of Raspect. Anti-Semitism and Hypocrisy of Raspect, January 28, 2019. The Raj, the prophet, predicted it. Prophet Raj predicted this. Yeah, I called him out 1.5 years ago about his hypocrisy, because he's totally homophobic, very transphobic, extremely what I call kind of like he can also be very anti-Semitic, and I called him out before for his hypocrisy. Now, obviously, because I'm Prophet Raj, the same way Abu Layth is a guru, I'm a prophet. Yeah, now I'm Prophet Raj. You know, big up to myself for being a prophet. I predicted, because the whole thing about being a prophet is being able to be prophecies, and I prophesized that. What's this? And now to Raspect and Raspect, oh, you're mad I'm teaming up with that lunatic, yeah? Prophet Raj. Yeah, Prophet Raj. Yes. You know, if Abu Layth is a guru, then I'm a prophet. Yes! Prophet Raj! Yes, yes, yes. I was going to say something, but, you know, I'm still a better man. I'm not going to go to such levels. Now, let me just quickly get some stuff sorted out. But while I do that, I have to say, I got a voice of an angel there. I'm not going to lie here. I would sing again for you lot. But the other day, I forgot to put the audio on, and I was singing here. I'm not going to lie. If anyone wants to sign me up, you know, for my beautiful voice, you know, just contact me. Here is, let me just do a few things while I play that bitch's Esau's love song to Real.
Do you want me to play it again?
Yeah, what? Listen, pick up. You're Bulgaria. I didn't realize, but seriously, that's a big move still.
Yeah. I'm not doing panel shows no more, innit? So you may as well go on bellies now.
No. What? No, bro. What the funny Afghan do, man? Bro, a lot's happened. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah?
You can't like give up panel shows, man. Bro, just like loud up, man. Come on, man. Persevere.
No, I'm not doing panel shows, man.
Perseverance, Real. Trust me.
No. I persevered for a year.
No. It's just been a rough couple of weeks. That's all. But I've been listening and I've been doing as much as I can. Trust me. The other day I was on Brian Harvey's little thing, yeah. And I put like loads of like, listen, tune into here. Wasn't doing it for only. I was over there listening. Trust me, like we need to get Rye back on. Somehow we need to do that. I was like, comment section the other day. I might have to come up with Lady Token thing and have to come more serious now. I'll be like Esau, because Lady Token is not Esau. So I know you're saying, but it's not a dead end.
Such a sad song.
Don't give up. You set yourself through. If there was one person watching, you would still do this. You set yourself. Don't Trust me. You're gonna be in my ear for the next couple of weeks. Like, you might as well just
In his ear.
don't say like that.
He's gonna put his little lulla in his ear. Are you?
You say yourself, if one
Oh
person
my
is watching, you
God.
still go. Those are your words, not mine. Live up to that.
Rough with the smoke for watching. Like, yeah, I can. What you
gonna let them fuckers win? You gonna let them win?
No, it's not about winning. It's not about winning.
You're gonna let them win?
If they think they
Like,
won,
if
they think they won, not happening right now. Like, there's a lot happening right now. Myself, so I'm gonna focus on myself.
Fair enough, but going back to what you said before, you did say, and I will run back to it because people call it saying, you did say this, even if there was one person streaming, you would still run it. That's going against everything you said.
Yeah.
I just want to say on the thing,
Oh.
because you know people trying to destroy you. People try and take the power down here, and what you're doing now is playing up towards it. Personally, if I was in your shoes, I would not be giving up. I don't give a fuck. If no one's watching,
are you trying
whatever you want. Oh, what a lovely song.
What you gotta understand is, I told you this before. It's not one person on the channel. It needs to be everybody.
I took down your channel, bitch.
Yourself included.
You're in Bulgaria now. Planting carrots.
Listen to what I'm saying, though. Yeah. At the end of the day, you might not done but your absence on the channel has caused that, and everybody else. I'm not putting it on you. I'm saying everybody who used to be on this channel and doesn't come on this channel no more.
All right.
Oh, I can't accept that.
You better accept it, boy.
I can't accept that. I hear what you're saying, but I can't accept that.
You better accept it.
Respect there. People have things in their lives going on right now.
It's gone.
And it's your job to maintain. It's your job to maintain and be there when those people get back. And then you have to take responsibility on that. You're supposed to be there. You said yourself. If one man was watching, that's on you.
I'm gonna die of apples though, so I will be eating apples today.
That ain't right.
No. What I'm meant to do is I'm meant to go. Yeah, I'm meant to stay here.
Wherever you are. Good way to lose weight. Eat apples.
I eat autumn. Don't flipping knock your head.
You fatties out there.
That's what the attitude, I'm telling you.
No.
I hear what you're saying, but you're fed up. You're vexed. You're fed up. Real, what made you be the first place? What made you be the first place?
No. You know what?
Go back there one more time.
No, I don't want. Listen, are you?
You're doing stuff. What I'm saying is, it's not the people, it's the viewers who watch that fucking place. There's more around the world. Like me, I relate to that person. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. So other people out there, I relate to that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you need to look at, is how to attract more viewers. Maybe go to more like, what your camera and the way you wrote down film it is what, put you on the map. Now maybe go to person and take it and somewhere more monumental, like, a rally or something like that. I don't know, like you've done this more than me, like you know exactly what it is.
Like, I've been fake. I'll be real with you now. I've been fake for a year. In the sense of me being nice with you, all. Because really, mate, if people ain't gonna come here if I just start talking about porn. But if I say I'm gonna quit, they're gonna come here, aren't they? They're gonna start listening.
I was coming here anyway.
I will come there anyway. I don't care what happens. The world's ending. Everyone's dead. I'll be there for you, real.
I was coming here anyway.
I'll get myself a womb for you. I'll create a womb so I can have your babies, real. My name's Issa the bitch.
They're gonna come here, aren't they? They're gonna start listening.
I was coming here anyway. Out there will be like, I might not like the topic they're talking about, but I like that person. I like his swagger. I like the way he was.
All right. So, what man would say to another man? I don't care what you're talking about. I just like the way you move and your swag. If that isn't a form of worship of another man, I don't know what is. All right, so let me just go and say a few hellos. and then I'll get on with it. The other night I got told off so badly. I didn't realize the mute button was off. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, I was trying to interfere in a family situation because one of my cousins, yeah, said something, and my brother, my sister was like arguing. I wanted to get involved, and my mum was like, "Freak, you just told me that," and no one said. The thing is, yeah, what it is certain languages, yeah, when you get told off in, it's very different from other languages. Like in Punjabi, yeah, the language is very raw. And so when you get told off in Punjabi, it's brutal, man. It's brutal. I mean, you need to experience it or hear it. Like you could hear it the other night, yeah. I was getting told that I know on certain terms, I'm not allowed to get involved in some situation. Yeah. So anyone that understood Punjabi, they understood what my mum said to me, that I'm not allowed to get involved. It wasn't pretty. Let me tell you something like that. Yeah. I hate getting told off in Punjabi, man. Very brutal. So before I go on, yeah, we're gonna go into Raspect, but we're gonna do that later on, yeah, when I open the panel up, yeah. Like Steve's gonna come on, Simon, Simon, not Skitsy Witsy Simon who pisses in bags and shit, and poos in his in a bag and puts it under his bed. I'm talking about Simon, Simon Lord. Let me just say a few hellos first. Rather we're the same here. Now this is called a partika, yeah. So for Sikhs, it's called a partika, yeah. If you don't wear a turban, then you wear what's called a partika. It covers your hair. So I'm not wearing hats anymore as much as possible. I'm not saying I'm never gonna wear them, but I'm gonna try my best to thingy. Obviously, Captain Punjab here has got his freaking tongue up, Raspect Bondi here. So obviously, he's saying he's a good guy. Big up to Wrestle, the work he's doing, Seth. All right, whatever. Mackie and these guys up to easy. Mackie, what is it? Shut your mouth. You always bitching and whining. I'm your cussing Kashmiris. All day, yeah. Anecdotal evidence. Yuvan Van Dam's the biggest bitch I've ever met. Always going, big up to Punjabis all over the place. I've seen him on the internet. Every single channel about Punjabi saying, big up the Punjabis, big up the Punjabis. I want to be a Punjabi, big up Punjabi. Obviously, we got people of Tarweed saying, but I saw a yoga teacher and called himself a guru. Yeah, it's fine to call yourself a guru. That's fine. Same way I can call myself a prophet. I can call myself, it's not an issue. It's just a name. It's just a word, isn't it? Like you're not aiming it at me when you're calling. Sir Faz isn't aiming it at me when he's calling Abu Layth my guru, is he? He's not aiming. He just means like a yoga teacher. So I'm your prophet from now on because I prophesied that Raspect was an anti-Semite. Yeah, and so yeah, I'm a prophet. Yes. You know how it works. There's not one rule for you and one rule for me. Australian, I went up to it. Sheikh One is here. You know the guy that was in the way he looks at what's his name? The way he looks at Dick Pic Tarweed is, I'm not gonna lie here. I'm not like trying to promote homosexuality or nothing, but if there was ever a beautiful love story, it's Dick Pic Tarweed and what's his name? And Sheikh One, because them two, yeah, like that you could just see the lust. I mean, love. Is it lust? There is a fine line between lust and love. And sometimes when I look at the picture of what's his name? Because when you see, look, yeah, what we have to understand it with Sheikh One, yeah. Have a look at this, yeah. So you see this picture here, yeah, from like a year and a half ago, yeah, and I mean a couple of months ago, and you could see, yeah, that he tried his best to lower his gaze, yeah, because the thing is, yeah, when you're in front of someone you find attractive, you shouldn't be looking because you don't want to get tempted. So he tried his best. He tried his best not to look. He tried so hard he ejaculated in the mouth, as you can see from there. So when you sometimes like he just couldn't control himself. He tried. Oh, please don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Don't. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. Oh no. Oh no. Come out. I don't know what to do. Obviously, he tried his best. You've got to give him some credit for that at least. He tried not to look. Tried not to look. But We know what happens. Yeah, us men. And normally with women, yeah, it's with women. Like we take a sneaky little look, yeah, when they turn around, yeah. And obviously he took a sneaky look. Look, he's like, oh, he's turned around. I can have a quick look at his bonder now. Look at his eye. Where are they looking to? Look, I didn't Photoshop this. Look, there's all this cum stains all over his. I mean, marks all over his face. And then as soon as he turns around, he has a quick look at his, you know what, derriere. Is it called a derriere? Yeah, it's kind of very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Because I do say that, you know, like, you know, when it comes to this kind of thingy, and the thing is, like, I have to admit, yeah, that it's quite cute though, in the sense that when he kind of realized that he'd kind of made a mistake by lowering, you know, not lowering his gaze. Look how ashamed he is of himself. Look, as soon as he turns back round, look, he's got his head in shame. And Tarweed, yeah, Dick Pic Tarweed, is none the wiser that Sheikh One is in love with him. Look, he's like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Look at this, yeah. You know. But I will say something to you, Sheikh One, yeah. A bit like Simon, you know, Skitsy, Witsy, and Amy, you got a kind of like, you think, yeah, that something like, yeah, there's some kind of great romance going to happen. You're going to get this stare, yeah, from your beloved thingy. Because when Sheikh One saw this picture, yeah, of this look, because Sheikh One's always wanted this look here from Dick Pic Tarweed. And you see Big Ards in the background here. He's like, dude, you know, you got it done, man. What are you doing, dude? Yeah. Sheikh One, you're never going to get that look from Dick Pic Tarweed. Never! The same way, yeah, the same way Simon's never going to get Amy, you're never going to get that look from Dick Pic Tarweed. You're never going to have that Titanic experience with Dick Pic Tarweed. You're never going to have that ghost experience in Dick Pic Tarweed. Yeah? Never! Okay, all right. So, obviously, it's a great love story. Unrequited love. What can you say? Make it Ned Lund. Yeah, Ned Lund is there. Paul M is there. Big up Paul M. Sonny S. Reactionary, that lunatic is there. Scarlet. But I go, look, I don't like reactionary. Reactionary's a freaking pussy out of the high school now. He's a little cunt. Can't stand him. He's freaking annoying. But I've got to give him one thing. He does call out extremism. He does call out extremism. And a lot of people called him out for doing it. But let me tell you something now, yeah. If I don't hear people like reactionary calling out extremists, I would think all of you guys are nuts. Yeah, so you should be grateful to people like reactionary who say, okay, what is this person doing on the panel, like Suleiman? What is Suleiman doing on the panel? Who's an actual associate of Anjem Chowdhury, not somebody that supports him, associate of Anjem Chowdhury. So he calls these people out. So whether I agree with him, I don't like him, but at least he does call these guys out. Yeah, and I've heard him a couple of times say, well, what is he doing on it? What's he doing on it? And so you've got to give him credit for that. Obviously, you know, people would then say, oh, well, he's going against the Muslim brothers. But if that Muslim brother, yeah, is associated directly with a group that is calling for the death of UK citizens on UK soil and is responsible for X amount of killings in the UK over the last like 20 years or so, indirectly or indirectly, then I have to start questioning why you are against him calling them out. Yeah, shouldn't I? I should start asking, well, why are you upset that a guy is calling out extremists? Why are you upset about stuff like that? What is pissing you off about that? Because remember, you have people like what's his name, Sheikh One and them lot and Grey Dunya saying, "Oh, we're not extremists," but they are very close to some of the most extremist people. So you know when they say the people you hang around with might kind of determine, kind of like who your friends are determines kind of like what your mindset is, yeah. And I know for a fact these guys are very close to Suleiman, very close to Suleiman. Suleiman, yeah, is one of the guys, as you see here, is very close with Anjem Chowdhury, has never denounced him, is still very close to him. And most of the people have denounced Suleiman apart from Sheikh One. Let's ask Sheikh One right now. Sheikh One, do you denounce Suleiman? Yes or no for his association with Anjem Chowdhury? Anjem Chowdhury that is responsible for the 9/11, the 7/7 bombers were part of his group. The guy that went to ISIS, chopped off heads. People like Karam Butt, who done the London Bridge attack. All of these people. So let me ask you something. Are you condemning this guy, yeah, Anjem Chowdhury's, yeah? All right, so just do you condemn Suleiman for his his links to Anjem Chowdhury? Yes or no? Do you condemn him? Let's see where you stand on this, because I actually don't know. Do you condemn Suleiman, yeah, and his links to Anjem Chowdhury? Yes or no? Do you condemn Suleiman and his links to Anjem Chowdhury? Yes or no? Because you know when you say that, you know, oh, I don't understand why people think we're extreme. I don't understand why people think we're extreme. But then I see you pally with Dick Pic Taweed. You know Dick Pic Taweed. You know, you're his bodyguard. You know his bodyguard. Let's see who Dick Pic Taweed is again. Let's have a look. Where did I put all that bullshit? Wherever you are. You know, because they say they're upset here because they're saying I'm falsely accusing them. Well, let me tell you something here. I believe, and I'm going to say it again, that Sheikh One and Grey Dunya are some of the most extremists, the biggest extremists I've met. And the reason I'm going to say that is because they keep it undercover here to the point that they go speakers corner and pretend, oh, we're just moderate. But when you look at their associates and the people they support, they're nothing but moderate, those guys. They're as extreme as you're ever going to get. Yeah, they're the most extreme. Where's that bloody thing, man? Oh my god, I don't know where I put it. I'll have to find it. I put that. All right. Obviously, they're gonna start crying. Oh, how dare you say that? Well, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, dudes. Your associates. So let's have a look. I'm asking, do you denounce Suleiman? Not Al Qaeda and Taliban and ISIS. I'm asking you, do you condemn Suleiman? Because Suleiman is directly linked to Anjem Chowdhury. He has never denounced him and still supports him. Do you condemn Suleiman as a person and his ideology? Do you condemn him? Let's see whether they can do it. Let's see if they can do it. Let's see if they can. But even try and do a bit of taqiyya for once, yeah? Try it. See if you can do a bit of taqiyya and just say, oh, I condemn him. It's just for show, for camera. So, you know, the security services don't come around my house. You know, try it. See if you can do it. Just a thing. I'm actually not even looking at the screen. I'm trying to find a particular. Where did I put that bloody thing, man? You know, I'm so annoyed. I don't know where I put it. I'm sure I freaking will. Oh, I don't have to upload the whole things again, man. It's so annoying. Do you condemn Suleiman supporting Anjem Chowdhury? Yes or no? It's a very simple question. He's a full-on. He's not hiding his beliefs about. He's not hiding his beliefs about supporting Anjem Chowdhury. He does not hide his thing. He's with him in this picture, as you can see. Do you condemn him? Because you have him on your panels. You're very pally with him. I've seen you in the park. You're very pally with him. You're also pally with. Let's have a look at this guy. Or let me say Dick Pic Taweed is your boss. I mean, your boyfriend. I mean, your friend, your leader. I don't know what he is to you. Because let's have a look at this here. Because here's another guy here that, because you know this group here, Dick Pic Taweed, in my opinion, is one of the most extremist groups out there. I'm telling you, they're dangerous, in my opinion, and I think a lot of other people would say they are as well. Yeah. Now, let's see. Let's have a look. So here's 3 people, and this is Dick Pic Taweed's mates. Who are they? Abdul Hakim. Look how happy he is. Abu Qasim. Dick Pic Taweed. All friends, yeah? Obviously, Abu Qasim is now in prison for promoting terrorism. And he is, guess what, guys? Guess what he is? Guess what he is? Little Abu Qasim. You know, that sweet guy that everyone was defending, saying, Raj, why are you bullying him? Why are you bullying him? Oh, you're such a big bad bully, Raj. You're such a big bad bully. Why are you bullying this guy? Why are you bullying him? Why are you, doing X, Y, Z? Why don't you just leave him alone? He's such a sweet young boy. He's such a sweet young boy. You know, Abu Qasim, or is known as Muhammad Dad. This is why, I'm not saying Muslims are extremists. I'm saying you guys are extremists. You lot. Yeah, your little clique of Dick Pic Taweed as the leader, because I know that's your leader. His associates, Suleiman, Abdul Hakim, all of these like real dangerous people, Uncle Omar and all of these people, yeah, are also thingy. So have a look at this, yeah. I'm talking about, he hasn't broken no laws, but let's talk about morally though. So I remember this guy who's now in prison, he was just an innocent little cameraman. He never did anything wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong. Oh, I don't know why people think he's dangerous. Oh, you're all Islamophobes. You're Islamophobes. You don't like him because he's a Muslim. Oh, it's not because he's associated with that. It's just because he's a Muslim. That's why. He is an Islamophobe. You guys are Islamophobes. Yeah? Let's have a look at this other guy. Abdul Hakim, he was in the picture with Dick Pic Taweed, and I've seen him at the park before. And, he seems like, he's a bit of a weird character because he seemed quite jolly, but he's got one of the most extremist mindsets. Look, do you condemn Abdul Hakim? Let me ask you. That's not baking in moral laws too. So are you saying to me, being in Anjem Chowdhury's group, yeah, who's responsible for maybe 200 deaths in the UK, that's not morally wrong for Abdul Hakim and Suleiman to be directly in cahoots with Anjem Chowdhury? Is that what you're trying to say, Sheikh One? Because let's find out why I'm gunning for you. Because you try to make it, I don't understand why Raj calls me extreme. I'm just a normal Muslim. I don't have no extremist beliefs. But then you look at this. He's not broken any moral laws. Okay, let's have a look if he's broken any moral laws. Let's have a look. It's not a good look for you today. Not a good look for you today. Not a good look for you. Because I'm gonna prove something about Grey Dunya and Sheikh One. They are not your, we don't know about, we're not extremists. We're just, we're just talking to people. Let me say something, and I've said it from day dot. Grey Dunya, Sheikh One, Dick Pic Taweed, yeah, and a couple of other people that go to the park are the most extreme people that I know. They don't come out with it directly, but their associates and what they say, yeah, kind of like, who they associate with and what they don't condemn shows you how extreme they are. Look at him. He says they've not broken any moral laws either, not legally or morally either. This guy went prison. Yeah. And M-Stacks as well is another one. So that's the other one, M-Stacks. Or M-Sticks or M-Tax. Yeah. So they obviously, so when it comes to this situation, yeah, like I don't like reactionary, but at least he calls people out for being extremists. Because I'm telling you something now, yeah. If someone was going to do a terrorist attack, they're not going to check if there's a Muslim on the road. Yeah, they don't give a shit. What they would do is just freaking, do whatever they have to cause the most amount of damage. So if you don't report these people, one day it could be your own family member walking down the road and one of these lunatics does something. And then you're going to be like, okay, maybe I should report it. Look at it. So Sheikh One, what do you think of this picture here? Do you condemn Suleiman being outside the court, supporting Anjem Chowdhury and being with this guy here. Do you know who this guy is? Yeah. Let's have a look at who this guy is. Let's have a look at who this guy is, because we're going to show you how extreme these guys really are. Do not be fooled by these dudes, man. Do not be fooled, because they pretend to be silly and they laugh. Hasi Janda Saladin, he's going, ha 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 ha, like Abu Layth here. Shake one's like Abu Layth. Ha 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 ha. Oh, ha ha ha. He's always laughing, for no goddamn reason as well, man. I've never heard anyone have laughed so much, apart from Abu Layth. Maybe he's Abu Layth's kind of like twin or something. So when it comes to this dude, yeah. When it comes to this dude, yeah. Who is this guy? The guy that is very pally with what's his name? Suleiman. Who is he? That the Indian guy. I've forgotten what his name is. Well, let me tell you something. This guy is this guy. He's dead now, thank God. Thank God. Who's this guy? It was this guy, the guy that was the executioner in the ISIS videos. This guy was the executioner in the ISIS videos. Do you now condemn this guy, Sheikh One? Do you condemn this guy for executing reporters and aid workers, beheading them? Yes or no? Do you condemn this guy? I'm asking you a very simple question. Do you condemn this guy? Yeah, he was beheading aid workers and reporters. Do you condemn him? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you condemn him? Do you condemn this guy? Do you condemn this guy that was executing aid workers on camera, had them in orange jumpsuits, and then beheaded them, slowly decapitating their head? Do you condemn them? Yes or no? Just write in there. You're just saying your show. I don't need you on there, Pudida. Now stop begging me like I'm your boyfriend like Taweed. Yeah, oh please give me your lulla Taweed. Yeah, that's what Sheikh Kwan says with him. Please give me a like. So let me ask you, look what he does here. Do you condemn Autumn Singh? Are you saying that this guy who was beheading aid workers and people in ISIS the same as Autumn Singh? You're gonna go with that narrative, because it's a very dangerous narrative. You're gonna get yourself in a lot of trouble. You need to clarify, because I'm gonna start putting circles around you and freaking getting you tripped up very quickly. And I'm telling you, the security services should start listening to this. I'm telling you straight now, the security services need to listen to the stuff that this guy's saying. Are you equating Autumn Singh to this guy here? Yes or no? He will not condemn this guy. Even the most extreme guy here you're going to ever meet, the most extreme guy that was beheading people in ISIS in Syria on camera, aid workers and stuff like this, he cannot even condemn him. Anybody that thinks that this guy is not a full-on extremist, yeah, is a full-on extremist, you've got to start realizing that these people that are on the panels calling people like Hattoon and them like extremists are a million times worse than Hattoon, because Hattoon, as much as you might hate her and might think that she's being disgusting or whatever, she has not been associated with people like this. Whereas the people that jump on the panel with Halima that Jareel and Sheikh Wana Grey Dunya are directly associated with these people. Directly. Yeah. Directly associated with these people. Yeah. And now what they're going, oh well, you know, oh they're not that bad. Oh, you know, they're just no good. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who is he? Who's this guy? Tahir Hussein, Haroon Saeed, praise Salah's best mate, sending videos of driving outside army barracks, listening to jihadi chants, and he pledged allegiance to Abu al-Baghdadi. Whatever his name is, Abu Bakr, whatever his name is, yeah? al-Baghdadi. This guy. Now, why is Praise Salah, that little bitch, yeah, with a voice like he's got a freaking carrot up his bund or something? Why is he out and about on live streams going, oh, and his best mate is in prison? Officer! I'm not saying that, but you know, we could say stuff, yeah. Why is he at? Now, this guy, yeah, is best mates with a guy called Praise Salah. They were both caught on video, yeah. Both caught on video, yeah. Look at this. Expect retaliation. Fine. Fine. You're not gonna. The thing about you, like, what you need to understand here is that you can't shut me up. I'm telling you, there's only one way, and you know that way. You know which way. I'm not gonna say it, but there's no way to shut me up apart from one thing. Yeah. Are you willing to do that, bitch? Is that what you're trying to say? That you're that extreme, that you're willing to put me 6 foot under? Because that's the only way you're gonna shut me up, boy. If you think, yeah, by making, oh, Raj can't talk, none of them. The more you tell me I can't talk here, the more I talk. The more you say, Raj, you can't say this X, Y, Z, the more I do is X, Y, Z. If you haven't learned from now, yeah, for the last 2 or 3 years, that the way I operate, yeah, is not like mere mortals. Yeah. I don't operate like you. When you tell me I can't say nothing, what I do is that I'll say it more. Who's that texting? What was that? Raj, my man, long time. Go on now. Sorry, someone just texted me. I don't know who it is, man. This guy. Oh, Archie, all right, yeah. Just tell me, oh, Sat. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. I think I know who it is. Yeah. I think he's someone just texted me, he's got my number. And said, oh, I'm watching a live stream. I can dub RG. Yeah, right. So, like I said, yeah, you're not gonna, your kind of like tactics about, we're gonna intimidate Raj. We're gonna go for Raj. We're gonna make millions of videos about Raj. We're gonna threaten Raj. You know what? You know what? The only thing that happens is I'm gonna freaking more shout louder. I'll shout louder. I will talk more. Now, here's somebody else I need to gun for today, yeah? Yeah? Now, I don't care if that's your chacha. Big up to your chacha, you're a cunt. Yeah? Kutta of the highest order. Yeah? Don't you dare ever tell somebody that I don't care about my family, bitch. Don't you ever say that I don't care about my mother or my sister, cunt. Talk the most amount of garbage, yeah? You're the most unrighteous little puddida, yeah, that I've ever met. Chitta karda saradin, all day. Don't try it with me. Don't try it with me. This guy yesterday, yeah? Oh, I want to speak to Raj. I want to speak to Raj. Can you please let Raj on the panel with Halima's channel, yeah? You're a beg. Everything about you, Puddida, yeah, is built on me. When you went Speaker's Corner, it was about me. When you jump on panels, it's about me. No one wants to talk to you. You're boring. You're fake. You're one person online and everyone. Simon's on today, yeah? Let me phone up Simon, yeah? Let me just see if Simon, what time, yeah? Let me see what Simon, yeah? Whether he's going to come on later. Because I'll start asking him some questions today. You know Simon, your best mate? Let me just phone him now. Because this guy, yeah, is begging all the time to, I want to talk to Raj. He goes onto Halima's panel yesterday, yeah? And on Halima's panel, she's basically calling the gurus having sex slaves and stuff. And this guy, oh no, this Raj's fault. It's Raj's fault. It's Raj's fault. Oh, it's Raj's fault. Everything's Raj's fault. It's all Raj's fault. It's all Raj's fault. Yeah? Like, this guy is the biggest bitch. Khan, that fat prick yesterday, yeah, was saying, Sikhs shouldn't have pictures of the martyrs in the Gurdwara. They should not have pictures. This guy says nothing. Pushpini Kandawanu, yeah? Nothing. Doesn't say to him, shut up, bitch. It's none of your business what we have in our Gurdwara. Oh, no, I understand. Yes, I understand. Oh, yeah, I know there are martyrs. But no, what you say to somebody, let me say something. When someone says, yeah, to a Singh, you can't have your pictures of your martyrs up in your Gurdwara, what do you say to that person? Shut your mouth, bitch. We put what we want up. It's none of your business what we got in our temples. The same way when you speak about story of Lot in your mosques and stuff. What is the story of Lot? What is the story of Lot? What is it? When you're teaching kids, because yesterday they were talking about on the panel that Sikhs, yeah, Khan was saying, oh, Sikhs should not have, yeah, the martyrs' pics, yeah, in there. What you need to say to people when they say that, don't even entertain those bitches. What you say to them is, shut your mouth. It's none of your business. None of your business, yeah. If we want to have Paitaru Singh's picture up, if we want a Guru Tegh Bahadur's picture up, if we want any of the pictures up, yeah, or paintings in our Gurdwara, it's none of your business what we got in there. The thing about these guys, yeah, when they're on the panel, oh, these guys have got these pics of the martyrs up. Oh, we don't like it. 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 Oh, we don't like it. You do not go, okay, well, they are shaheeds. You know, we have to put them up. You don't even say that. When you say, shut your mouth, why don't you go into your mosque and start talking to your imams about the story of Lot? You know the story of Lot? You know that lovely story they teach to kids? Let's have a look at one of them. Let's have a look at one of those stories, yeah? Let's have a look at one of those stories. Because they're saying, yeah, oh, these Sikhs, they're radicalizing the children and all that. And you know, tomorrow, I'm going to have one of my Pakistani brothers on tomorrow, yeah, hopefully at 4 o'clock, called Hassan. He's known me from 2003 to 2011, yeah? He will come. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to confirm it because I'm not going to tell him what to say. But I'm going to talk to him, and I'm going to talk to him about how this guy is like a brother to me, yeah? Very few people in my life, yeah, that I actually care about. Like, if something ever happened to him, I'd be really upset. Like I said, yeah, most people, if they passed away, I wouldn't even shed a tear. But this guy, I would truly be upset. If I ever heard something happened to him, he was ill, you know, I'd be really upset. Because this guy is somebody that I freaking was that close with from 2003 until 2011 or 12, because I used to work with him. And we started at that place at the same time. He's a Pakistani Punjabi guy. I'm going to speak to him, yeah? I'm going to ask him questions. I'll let you ask him questions about, was Raj anti-Pakistani when I was with him? Was I anti-Islam? And did I show any type of bigotry when I worked at my last workplace? And there were lots of Muslims there. Whatever he says, I don't know what he's going to say, yeah? I don't know exactly what he's going to say. He's told me he's never heard nothing. Maybe I did say something, but I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I didn't, because my views then were different to after when my cousin got groomed. In 2010, my cousin got groomed, and slowly my mindset did change. Yeah, I'm going to talk specifically about 2003 and 2011. He doesn't know the new Raj, but basically, yeah, he doesn't really know the new Raj. I'm going to say to him, look, forget about the Raj now. I want to talk about the Raj that you knew prior to my cousin being groomed, because there is a direct link. When your family member, yeah, is let's just say attacked by a different community, and then you hear all these other stories about them doing the same thing to other people, then there's all this extremism and stuff. Yeah, you're gonna start getting upset about certain things. Yeah, you're gonna start getting upset. Now, people are Taweed, yeah. Let me tell you something. You might get a fourth knock on the door, bitch. Let me just say that. Yeah, you might get a fourth knock on the door, and I hope you do. You're a bitch. Yeah, a number one bitch. Always crying. I can't play my guitar anymore. It was such a fun-loving guy before in the thingy. Now he's holding an AK. I'm only joking. Probably playing it as well. Norway needs to keep an eye on certain people. Now, let me just get the thingy up. Where is it? I forgot what I fucking was going to do then. Kind of got distracted then. So let me show something. Let me just double check I've got it though. So I'm going to show a couple of things here from. I'm going to talk about the. I know everyone's getting. Oh, we want to know. I'm waiting until Simon and Stephen and not turn up about the Raspect thing. I'll get them on later on around 8. But one thing I want to show you, yeah, you know the Lotchen, yeah. Lotchen is the biggest freaking fake ever. Ever. The Lotchen is the biggest fake I've ever met in my life. I've never met more of a fake than this guy. Yeah, because he's one person on the streams, he's another person in front of the camera, and then he's the real Tolotchen is the Tolotchen I used to see after Speaker's Corner when we walk out of the park, and he's like trying to give me alcohol and shit, even though he knows I stopped drinking and stuff. Oh, Pila, sing Pila. Yeah, so let's have a look at this guy, yeah. Everything you do, yeah, Tolotchen, is on my back. Is on my back. The only thing you're known for is me. Now look at this video here, yeah. September 2024, yeah, on Saeed, one of my worst enemies, yeah. This is when you know, and people said, why don't I like the Lotchen? Do you know why I don't like him? Because he's sided with some of the people that I have such a big problems with in order to get me. He will side with anybody in order to get one up on me. And I don't respect people like that. Like, do it on your own merits here. So here's the thing. He got this old man here. This old guy from Afghanistan to threaten me. If Raj comes back to the park, if Raj comes back to the car, we're going to chase him out. This guy here was with the Lotchen. This guy confronted me in McDonald's. This guy is an Afghan refugee, yeah, and he's getting him to do his dirty work. Like, this is the kind of bullshit this guy gets on. He tries to act all sweet and innocent. Oh, I don't know why Raj doesn't like me. What have I done to Raj? What about you was the first person to call me Kabuttar? Maybe, you know, maybe you was the first person to start calling me pigeon. You know, like this. At the end of the video, yeah, with his thingy, look at this, look at this. So at the end of the video, they then have a pigeon with a dastard on, yeah. Oh, but the Lotchen's fine with that. Oh, don't worry, yeah, don't worry. It's just Raj, don't worry. He's a pigeon, blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't really care about the pigeon thing per se, but the fact is, this guy tries to act all innocent like he's not done anything to me. But this guy's violated me on so many levels that, you know, he then wonders why I can't stand him. Yeah. Now look at this video. Look at this video.
Have to try my.
Now this is from SC Dawa, yeah, another Muslim Dawa channel, yeah. Now look at this. He doesn't go on COE. He doesn't go on TNT Greeks. He has to go straight to Ali Dawa. He's bum buddy, yeah. Sikhs angered, yeah, and Ali Dawa, yeah. So he goes on there, yeah. Then he goes on to they record him on another channel, and this is when you really know, yeah, that this guy is a cunt. Yeah, let's look at this. Yeah, look at this. When I type in Ali Dawa, yeah, I go to Ali Dawa's channel. Ali Dawa very rarely posts stuff up about other people. Look at his panel. Yeah, it's always really just about him and his beefs. Yeah, look. Yeah, most of them, yeah, it's his kind of thing. He's very thingy. He doesn't really try and highlight a singular person at Speaker's Corner per se. But guess what video made it onto his channel? I wonder which one. I wonder how this one made it onto his channel. I wonder why this. If you keep on going down, look, it's very Ali Dawa centric. Ali Dawa. But look, Sikh and Muslim fighting extremism, 34,000 views. Yeah. Now, the kind of bullshit this guy said to me in this video, basically calling me a football, that, you know, all of this kind of stuff, yeah, and all the kind of bullshit. And then he expects me to be cool with the man when he's cussing me to people that I have problems with, yeah, calling me a football, I'm not a Sikh, I'm not this. Now I'm going to read some of the comments here, because I actually didn't read the comments, yeah, but I read a little bit about, I read a little bit afterwards. Hold on, let me just have a check. Yeah, talking about, now, let me tell you something about this guy, yeah. When he used to go Speaker's Corner, you was out of your head, boy. You was out of your head on Twitter. You know you was, yeah. Freaking out. I saw you with freaking alcohol cans in your hand. Not just me. Everyone saw you. You did our beastie at the park. Walking around like a drunk Sikh. Yeah, that stereotype of drunk Sikhs is because of you. Yeah, you walked around outside the park, you had a bottle of goddamn whiskey in your bag. And when you're coming to Speaker's Corner, you're talking about Sikhism. I'm a good Sikh, I'm a good Sikh. But, you know, when we come outside here, he pulls out a bottle of whiskey. Yeah, right. Last time I said it in Punjabi, yeah, the reason why, let me say something. The reason sometimes I say things in Punjabi, even though my Punjabi is terrible, because your Punjabi, yeah, is terrible, but I'm trying to speak more. The reason I say it in Punjabi, because sometimes I don't want to embarrass someone. I don't want to go full out. So what I do is I say it in Punjabi as a warning shot, you know, all right, this is what I'm going to say if you keep on carrying on. But only a select people, certain people can understand who speak Punjabi. And then if anyone wants to find out, they're going to have to find out. I'm speaking in English now, because last time I said the exact same thing, but I'll say in English now, so everyone can understand, yeah? Everyone can understand. Because I'm going to keep on upping it. Because you just need to keep my name out of your dirty mouth, yeah? I don't want to speak to you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to do anything. We resolved our beef, yeah, on a telephone call. Yeah, we resolved it. But you had to start opening your mouth again, didn't you? You just cannot keep off the Raj bandwagon, can you? You just can't. Because that's the only thing people want to talk to you about. It's the only thing people want you on the panels for, is to talk shit about me. They don't care about your views. They don't care about your views. They don't want to hear about Sikhism from you. You're crazy. They don't give a shit. Is this the one? Oh yeah. So here's another one. I get on with this guy, but this is let's unite upon the haq. Let's read some of the comments on here. Yeah. So people are saying good Sikh, bro. Yeah. Look at his daddy. Yeah. Let me tell you something about this guy's beard. Yeah. You know his beard is not a typical Sikh beard. He trims the moustache but keeps the long beard. Who does that? What other community trims the moustache but keeps a long beard? Yeah. Don't need to say, yeah. This guy says here, you look more Muslim than Sikh, my friend. Lovely trim on your beard, yeah. This guy Singh, yeah. This guy's a never poor representation of Sikhism. Runs around Speaker's Corner, pissed and swearing. Yeah, I'm a bad representation, but I don't ever say I'm anything good. Yeah. I'm not the only one. Who is this Sikh? This is a good one, yeah. Who is this Sikh? This is 2 years ago, so not now. Who is this Sikh to call out Raj and say he's not Sikh? You talk about injustice, seriously? Yeah, please join Khalsa and do something meaningful. Attacking Raj is nonsense. Raj is entitled to an opinion. Yes, I'm entitled to my opinion and my views. He is also subject to rational criticism. However, don't claim you have a moral, higher morality to call him out. Yeah, perfect. Because the difference between me and Talochan is this, yeah. I don't go around saying, trying to be a representation of Sikhs. Oh, Rod, look, I'm a bad representation of Sikhs, but you're worse, Talochan. You're worse. You talk about criticizing Islam, but I've heard the most amount of anti-Hindu shit from you. No hate, no hate, no hate. But I've heard the most amount of anti-Hindu stuff from you. No hate, but you're anti-Hindu. Full on anti-Hindu. Yeah. Whenever you want to cuss someone out, you call them a Hindu. Are you Hindu? You are Hindu. You are Hindu. Yeah. Let alone the stuff that you do to women and shit. Let alone the kind of bakwas you get up to when you treat women, how you treat women. Is that hate? When you, I don't know, manipulate women and kind of like, I don't know, all you want to do is get in their knickers and then once you've done your deed, you just leave? Yeah. Is that hate? When you talk about women in a particular fashion, like when I was walking down the road and every time you see a woman that had a tight clothes on, You go, oh, thank you. You'd stop them in the middle of the road. You did my best here so many times. I got the start on you, my turban on, and this guy, I'm walking down the road, and there's a good-looking girl, and he'll stop her. Oh, so hello, can I speak to you? And they'll say, oh, what's up? He says, thank you for wearing that tight top, or thank you for wearing those tight jeans. Yeah, you are disrespecting that female by sexualizing her to that point. Yeah, it's embarrassing. You did my beastie so many times when you've done that. You want me to start talking about the socket? You want me to start talking about the socket? You want me to start talking about the socket? You want me to start talking about the socket? Because I'll get Simon on right now and we'll talk about it. This is the final warning, yeah? Last warning. Last one. Don't talk about me. Keep my name out of your dirty mouth. Yeah? Keep it out of your mouth. Coming on there yesterday, I want to talk to Raj. Let me talk to Raj. You're such a pussy, man. You're the biggest pussy I've ever met. You know why? Because you let people disrespect your faith. Oh, we don't want you to put those pictures up of the martyrs up. Oh, because it offends us. Oh, he's just sitting there like, oh, you know what? Yeah, they are shaheeds. You know, like you have your shaheeds, we have our shaheeds and stuff. And so, you know, we're just respecting them. No, bitch. When you say to somebody that says that, if you're a man or you're a sing, you say, shut your mouth. It's none of your business what we have in our Gurudwara. It's none of your business who we, want to venerate in our temple. None of your business, about whether you're upset because it makes you look bad. None of your business. Instead, this little freaking football, you're a football. Oh, you know, there are martyrs and, you know, we have to kind of, you know, respect our martyrs. Yeah, cool. Is that how you respect them? Is that how you respect them? Letting another man say, oh, we don't want they or you to put them up, and you sit there like a bitch. Now, when it comes to this hypocrisy, because I don't talk about this, unless they talk about it, unless they talk about it, when they start saying, oh, you can't tell the story of, you know, the gurus who will sacrifice their lives. You can't tell the story of, you know, your martyrs because it makes us look bad. It makes Muslims look bad. Why don't you tell Christians to stop talking about Jesus Christ then and the fact that he was crucified on the cross, Sats, brother. When you're talking about certain kind of what I call stories from history, I don't tell Christians you can't talk about it. You know, history is history. Facts are facts. Yeah, the Jews were involved in the crucifixion of Jesus. You don't then crucify or persecute Jews, but that's what happened. The same way that during the Islamic conquest of India, and it was the Islamic conquest, whether you like it or not, when they come into India, this is what Adnan Rashid calls it as well. The Islamic, caliphates and stuff like this, or Islamic. You can't say that it was Islamic because of, you know, the good stuff, but when you start talking about the bad stuff, it's not then Islamic. Oh, so the architecture and the stuff like this, and, you know, maybe the language and all that, that's all from Islam. But once you start talking about the bad, oh no, that's got nothing to do with it. That's got nothing to do with it. It's got nothing to do with it. It's got nothing to do with it. It's got nothing to do with it. I'm trying to find you know, if I guarantee you, if I went into a mosque here and I started listening to some of the stories that are being told to kids, I'd be like, dude, this is hate speech. A bit like the story of Lot, a bit like the story of Lot, because I remember going through lots of let me have a look. All right, here's one, So your argument's this, that we're preaching hate here because we're talking about the persecution of the Sikhs, and the people that persecute happen to be from Muslim background. So we're now not allowed to tell the stories because you're going to get offended. Now, well, what about this then? this is a Sodom and Gomorrah animated kids Bible. Now, this is about the story of Lot, yeah? And have a look here what happens to the gay people, yeah? Have a look at what happens to gay people in the story of Lot. Look. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Is this hate? Is this hate that you're blowing up the place and everyone died in the village because they were gay? Is that hate speech? Should we then now ban that? We will tell you to stop telling that story? Should we tell you to stop telling that story? What about the story of the 400 Jews that were executed? What about that story that is being told? What about the stories that, you know, when you tell people that the non-Muslims or kuffars are worse than swine or whatever, yeah? Do you have to stop that as well? Because you cannot tell the Sikhs, yeah, that we are not allowed to tell our stories because you're butthurt. It's none of your business, bitches. None of your business. What you want to teach in your mosque, yeah, if that's in your thingy, I'm not going to tell you not to teach it. Do I agree with it? No. Do I agree with it? No. I think it's wrong to teach kids that, you know, chopping off heads, freaking, well, you know, for apostasy. Is that wrong as well? Isn't that wrong as well? Jen Wallace, you are the biggest idiot I've ever met. Christians are not telling me not to tell the story of my Sikh martyrs, idiot. If Christians were telling me that, I'd say, listen, shut up. Yeah, you're teaching kids about this. Why this Jen Wallace wants to be like freaking what, always trying to come to the rescue? Doesn't even know what she's talking about, yeah? Christians are not telling me I cannot tell the story of the Gurus or the story of our martyrs. Yeah, it's certain people like Khan and people on that panel, the idiots on there saying, oh, we can't tell the story. They are not. So I'm not going to be calling Christians out. But if Christians start saying to me, Raj, you can't tell this story, I'll call them out. Yeah. I'll call them out. She always speaks with no knowledge, man. Why don't you go back to the goddamn kitchen, man? Wash some dishes for once in your life. So there's all these stories here about story of Lot, the story of this, yeah, and all of that kind of stuff, yeah. Yeah, she's moving wild. She's moving wild. It's like she's freaking on crack or something, man. It's like crazy. It's unbelievable, man. Even about the Buddhist statue, she was so happy that Sikh guy coming here yesterday. I mean, oh, I don't really, you know, when it comes about buildings and stuff, oh, I don't really, you know, mind. Oh, she was elated. Oh, hallelujah. Someone agreed with me. He's an outlier in the Sikh community. Most Sikhs would hate their temples to be destroyed. Yeah. They will freaking go mental if their temples are destroyed. Yeah. So don't tell me as a Sikh we cannot tell our history. Don't tell us that, because if you start saying that, I'll go through all the stuff that you have in your books that are against gay people, against Jews, against Christians, against kuffars, violence, chopping off heads, the punishments for apostasy, for homosexuality, for adultery. I'll go through everything because that is taught in your religious places. But for some reason, Khan, that's totally fine. But we have a couple of pictures or paintings of our martyrs, and you're upset because, you know, we're demonizing Muslims. Let me explain one thing as well. Yeah, when you go to a Sikh temple, I am going to go to a Sikh temple. I'm going to try and take certain people, and what I'll do is I'll show you how the pictures are arranged. What happens in the Sikh temple is this: yeah, you have the normal gurus pictures on a low level, yeah, in terms of eye level. When it comes to the pictures of the martyrs, they're normally put really high up, yeah, in order so that young children can't see them. So even we know, like, okay, let's not put them too low because we don't. Some of them are quite graphic, and we can put whatever we want. If that's what happened, we're gonna depict it and we can put it up. So when it goes at the top here, little kids can't see it. In fact, when I was younger, I did not see the pictures of the martyrs properly until I grew older, because you just could not see them because you're too small and you can't see them. You can see them up, but they're so blurry. So you're like, okay, what is going on there? In fact, I might actually have a video. Actually, let me just double check something. I have a quick video. I'm going to open the panel up in around 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and we'll go on to the Raspect thing because I need to leave at 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Obviously, for an hour or so. And if people want to stay on the panel, they can stay. If not, I'll shut the stream. I'm not going to stay on there just because you're bloody well. Everyone always cries, "Oh, Raj, you leave. What's the point of you leaving?" All right, so I was going to quickly just see if I can find something about. I'm pretty sure I did record something in one of my videos. Was it 7 months ago? Oh, there it is. Yeah, actually, I did. Okay. So I'm pretty sure. So when my dog Gucci passed away, obviously we paid our respects at the Gurdwara and all that kind of stuff, and you know, we love our little Gucci. Oh, how sweet, Gucci, Gucci. So I'm pretty sure that I went inside the Gurdwara and I was showing. Oh my myself photo, man. I'm offered.
Dal, peas, looks delicious. It's like a rice. This is. And then you have yogurt and chapati. String.
So if you look here, all right. So actually, I'm glad I recorded this because these. All right. So let me explain how it happens. How it goes in the. So we do have depictions of martyrs, but it's so high. Look how high up these pictures.
Some of the martyrs of the Sikhs. Yeah, I don't want to go too close to some religious pictures.
If you look here, yeah, if you look here and you look at the ceiling.
Some of the
have a look at the ceiling. Hold on.
of the Sikhs.
Hold on. I'll show you where the ceiling is. Hopefully, I got. Right, here's the ceiling here. Yeah, a kid cannot see this stuff anyway. I never saw any of the pictures of the martyrs properly until I was older because my
Sikhs.
old enough.
Yeah, I don't want to go too. As you can see.
And if we want to show these pictures, even if we wanted to, and we wanted them lower, we can. It's none of your business.
It's some of the martyrs of the Sikhs.
Actually, I might play this actually a little bit. And Halima, yeah, let me say something. Yeah, you said I don't want to show too much, but you said women are treated equally. More that women in Sikhism are treated badly. 2 women leading the prayers. 2 women, Halima. Could you lead the prayer in a mosque in front of men? Can you lead the prayer, Halima, you Jaleel? Because you said yesterday our women are oppressed. Can you lead the prayer in a mosque in front of all the men, like these 2 women are doing here? Yeah? I don't want to play too much. I don't actually don't. I'll be able to mute it because I don't want Parker to be on it today. I'm going to be ranting a bit. Yeah, 2 women. Yeah, can you see 2 females are leading the prayers? Halima, you said yesterday in your chat when you were saying, "Oh, Sikh women are oppressed. Sikh women are treated terribly. They get beaten up all day by the Sikh men." Can you lead the prayer in a mosque? Can you? Yes or no? Like these 2 females. No, you can't. Because you're not looked at as equal. I do agree men and women are different. Let me explain something. When men and women are different, we have our strengths and weaknesses. And when you're put together, you kind of like make a good team. So I don't agree with this narrative that women are exactly like men. No, a woman is not exactly like a man. We're very different. Yeah, but we are equal in the sense that, you know, we should be treated equally. But if certain things a woman are going to be better at, certain things are men. Men can't give birth, which is one of the greatest gifts to give. Women, most men, if they were to fight with a woman, 9 times out of 10, they'll probably knock that woman out with 1 hit. Yeah, because of the body size and the fact that we have extra muscle and stuff like this. When it comes to all this kind of stuff, yeah, I agree, we are not the same. But when you're saying that our Sikh women are mistreated and stuff, can you lead the prayer? Yes or no? Can you sit side by side with men? No, because they don't see you as equal to them in your faith. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. This is not the problem I've had with you. So yesterday, Kanye, that fat prick here, was going, "Raj, you're Islamophobic, Raj." if I say this, yeah, Raj, if someone says to me, Raj, I think, you know, reincarnation is stupid. I think coming back as a and it happens a lot. If someone says to me, Raj, I think reincarnation is stupid. If you come back as a rat, you're gonna come back as a cockroach. Or if someone says, Raj, growing your long hair is stupid, I don't agree with it. I don't call you seekophobe, do I? I don't call you seekophobe if you disagree with some of my religious practices. But for some reason, when I say halal meat, kosher meat, and animal, any of this kind of factory farming is wrong, if I say that, I'm now an Islamophobe. Because I'm criticizing halal meat. I think halal meat and kosher, yeah, if they're not stunning the animals, I'm against all eating of meat, yeah, and I want to become a vegan again. But if you, yeah, start to kind of go, okay, you can't criticize anything, one thing I'm starting to realize is that some people will classify you as an Islamophobe just for criticizing even the most basic. So if I say slavery is wrong, slavery is wrong, slavery is wrong, under any circumstances, slavery is wrong, I'm an Islamophobe now. How does that make sense? I should be able to critique certain practices across the board. If I say slavery is wrong and a particular ideology promotes slavery, then I should be able to say, okay, I don't agree with that. Yeah? I should not agree with that. Yeah? Okay, you Van, you want your freedom of speech, do you? Let's have a look. Let's put him in it. How many people? Let me say to you. You're saying Sikh girls are hoes, yeah? How many people go out with the Bengali girls though? Why do your guys love Sikh girls? I wonder why. Wonder why. Wonder why. Wonder why. Yeah. Wonder why. So criticizing certain practices doesn't mean you're against the people. If I say communism, yeah, is bullshit and it's a backward ideology, because I do believe it, and it causes more harm than good, but looks good on paper, but I know a communist, do I hate the communist or do I hate the ideology? I know communists and I think they're crazy, but I don't hate them. If I disagree with slavery and I say slavery is wrong, and then somebody saying slavery is okay, yeah, because my faith, yeah, says it's okay, then I'm now against that particular, all of those people. I don't agree with ritual slaughter or any kind of slaughter of animals, including even factory farming and all of this kind of stuff, yeah. I'm now an Islamophobe. This kind of rhetoric here is just crazy, yeah. Absolute crazy. Now, so if you look here, here's the temple.
So yeah,
7 kings.
Both with the family.
So if you look here, yeah, let me just see. So if you look here, the Sikh Guru's pictures, yeah, are up, yeah, in kind of eye level. You can see them; they're very visible. Everyone can see it. You can see here, very visible. Kids can see them. Nothing, kind of like what you call kind of martyrs or anything here. Yeah, have a look. And this is like all temples. This is like not out of the norm. Yeah. So when you go down,
about religion, and then I believe one of these on. Don't know off. And you can go into a temple. So here's the langar. So we got obviously we got rice. So this is all free. Served over there. This is dal, peas. Looks delicious. It's like a rice. This is. And then you have yogurt and chapati. Obviously water and stuff as well. So yeah, this is oh no, don't pick on up that longer. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not eating. I'm not going to. Middle of eating. Yeah. So that person's voice you heard is actually my nephew's. So yeah, no, my nephew doesn't agree with me. So don't stop pestering. Yeah, just eat it now. So as you can see, it's some of the martyrs of the Sikhs. Yeah, I don't want to go too close to some religious pictures. It's Bunda Singh Bahadur. Big up, Baba Deep Singh. Yeah, so as you can see, they're high up, so little kids can't actually see them.
See, I actually said it then. This is from a year ago. So look how high up here the pictures are. Have a look. Do you know how high that is? That's around 8 to 9 foot up. How tall is a kid? How tall is a kid? Now, if we wanted to put them lower, we could, but they're not. They're always normally really high up. Why would they put them so high up? Why do you think? So don't tell us Sikhs here what we can put up or who we can venerate as our martyrs. Yeah? Do not tell us that. The same way I don't tell you to start rewriting your Quran or not talking about this. Whatever you want to teach in your thing is, that's up to you. Do I think it's right? Nah. But if that's in your faith, there's nothing I can do. But don't try and dictate that we can't talk about our stuff. Oh, look at, oh my God, is that Hassan? Hassan Baji, is that you? Is that Hassan? Do you know what? This is my boy Hassan, man. Please, oh, nah. I always feel a bit embarrassed when Hassan's on. I better mod him up. Hassan, can you text me to say that's you, please? Maybe mod you up. Let me just double check this is Hassan. I'm not gonna do it today with Hassan because I need to speak to him tomorrow. But this is my boy Hassan, and whatever ranting I'm doing here is not against Muslims, because everyone needs to understand that. But if I hear someone saying that I cannot put up my religious pictures because it's upsetting you, I'm gonna rant against it because none of your business what we put up in our temples. If you're saying I can't critique certain aspects of, if I'm a vegetarian, and if I say that all eating of meat is wrong, and I think certain types of slaughter is worse than another, that's my opinion. Yeah, that's my opinion. Hassan, is that you? I better not show your face, man. I'm going to go for kangaroo to my. This Hassan Baji, text me if it's you, man, because it's probably a fake. Yeah, because if it is, this will be Hassan that I'll be talking to tomorrow. Somebody that I've known for what was from 2003 until thingy. I'm gonna send the link out to what's it called, Steve now. Before I do that, let me just show you something. Yeah, let me just show you something. Now, when people say, "Oh, Raj, you're obsessed, Raj, you're obsessed," yeah. First of all, Raspect, yeah, did shows about me for how many years? How many shows were titled The Pigeon This, The Pigeon That? Obviously, I'm known as The Pigeon and all of this kind of stuff, yeah. If you look at that Jarrail's, yeah, that Jarrail's a channel, where is it? Let me see. The Jarrail's channel, Halima, yeah. Have a look at this, yeah. Now, have a look at this. What is this? Islamophobic dog of Speaker's Corner. That's me. What's Raj and Abu Laif got in common? Apostate Sikhs, Raj. Yeah, Speaker's Corner. Raj, the man with no religion, free piggies. Super triggered, and then it goes, put the Jawala from all thingies. And if you keep it going down, you keep on seeing, yeah. Where's the other one? Persecuting Sikhs, and all of these streams, yeah, even if they're not titled after me, are speaking about me, yeah. If you go to Sir Faz's, Fogger Faz's, what's this? This is supposed to be a channel that, you know, Fogger Faz set up here in order to. This is his channel, yeah, and if you have a look, Guru Abu Laith, the new freedom fighter from Punjab, yeah. week ago on June 30th, the Sikh announced that they were thingy. 3 weeks ago, when Muslim Matters Audio invited Raj to his panel. So maybe you need to start asking yourself, why are you so obsessed with me? Why don't you just ignore me? Why don't you just ignore me? It doesn't make sense. Like, you're saying that, you know, I'm irrelevant, I'm a nobody. Oh, Raj is a nobody. But when I'm looking at your streams here, if you look at this stream now, let's look at Sheikh. I accidentally hit the wrong button. Knocked myself out of it. So let me do this one here. I'm going to get Steve on in a second and open the panel. And let me do my rant for a minute. Now, you look at Sheikh One, yeah? Now, here's Sheikh One. What is Sheikh One's videos about? Let's have a look at Sheikh One's page. Oh, Sheikh One exposes Raj, extremist Raj Speaker's Corner. Oh, Raj Speaker's Corner. Here. Yeah? Oh, Sheikh One soldier that did once again me in that picture. Oh, once again me, Raj Speaker's Corner. Raj Speaker's Corner. Yeah? Let's go to what's his name? Grey Dunias. Let's go to Grey Dunias, yeah? So because all of these people are obsessed with me, but they think that I'm obsessed with them. Now, have a look at these pictures. Have a look at this one. Yeah? So this is Grey Dunias. This video here about Hattoon has me in there, most of it. You got this one here, Raj Speaker's Corner here. Yeah. And if you keep it going down, there's loads of me in there. Yeah. And it's all a mixture. But it's here I'm again. Yeah. So the thing is, yeah, with you guys, if you're not if I'm irrelevant, why are you in videos about me 24/7? Why don't you just, you know, I don't know, just try to ignore me? Here, look. Here's that what's his name? Skits, yeah, who used to poo in bags and piss in bottles and was a crack addict. Here, look. Me with Tawid. Me, 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 me. There's one with Amy, yeah? Me, 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 me. You can just keep it going down. So all this kind of stuff about, oh yeah, I'm irrelevant. Dude, if I'm irrelevant, you seem to really make me feel like I am somebody when every time I jump onto your panels, it's about me. It's about me. The best way, because I don't go around saying you're, or let me tell you something here. So this Captain Punjabi goes, let's be fair, you talk about them all the time. I'm not going around saying they're irrelevant. I think Grey Dunia, Sheikh One, yeah, and they're kind of people that are associated with are very dangerous people. Suleiman, Tawid, Abdul Hakim, all of these people, yeah, M Stacks and all of these guys, yeah, are extremists. So I'm not saying Muslims are extremists, yeah, but I'm saying these guys are extremists. And certain people that call them out are then called kuffars. So someone like Reactionary, he says, oh, these guys are extremists, or they hang around with extremists, but they're no longer Muslim now because they're calling out the extremists. You should be calling out the extremists within your ranks, because those people will not give a shit if something happened to your family member. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, they worship. Let me put I'm gonna give Steve the link to thingy. So Steve's waiting, obviously. We're gonna go over the article now of thingy. But while I wait for him, let me put up a video of the Reanimator, because big up to Reanimator, because he done a killer video. So everyone, please sub to Reanimator. He done a video just the other day of the situation with Hattoon, and he obviously did it in his own unique way. And everybody, please sub to him. He's in the chat. I'll play that as I send out the links. Here you go. So the Reanimator, please sub to the Reanimator, one of the greatest channels. Until he starts gunning for me, then I will hate him. Here he is, yeah. So this is the one about Hattoon one. This is deadly, this one. This is my second favorite one. Obviously, my most favorite is the other one, the original one, obviously, because, you know, the original is always the best. So watch this as I'll send out the links. It's for a couple of minutes. So.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Dan, I'm telling everybody, if this happened to a Muslim woman, there will be uproar. The park the next week would have 50 freaking thousand.
Any woman who gets dragged to the floor in the park, 100%, I'm supporting it. But I don't believe she got dragged. I believe she fell.
I'm telling you, she got dragged. I saw it in my own eyes.
Yes, she did.
Dan, do you trust Banksy or do you not like Banksy?
What you saying, like in terms of witnesses or whatever?
Yeah.
I could probably take. I could take Banksy's word. I mean, yeah, he put. I think he put himself on one side though, wouldn't he? So what happened then? Is it the dude with the helmet?
Yeah.
And is that the same? Is that the same dude who got arrested later? What happened to his helmet? Where did the helmet go?
So basically, it's him. Yeah, he grabbed the paper. As he grabbed it, Hattoon tried to hold back. He then tried to drag it away, and as he was pulling backwards, he dragged her to the ground, basically, and she fell onto the ground. Then, when he realized what he did, he knew straight away he effed up. He put his hands up and he walked back to the police because he knew the shit was hitting the fan. Yeah, the fact that she was dragged, yeah, that was it. It's as simple as that. And she fell to the ground. I'm sorry, you lot, are making all these excuses because you don't like her. You need to take your dislike
Raj,
for her.
I wasn't there, Raj. I'm not making excuses. I don't have access. Hold on, I don't have access to the same information you do, right?
All right. So if I'm saying,
you already said that. That's cool. I'm not making excuses. I didn't see it the same way you did.
Even afterwards, I was asking people. I know, like, oh, look, man, she's a nasty piece of work. So most of the people that I asked it when I walked about were making excuses. I was, she's like this and like that, yeah, and she deserved it. She got humiliated, basically, and it's not right. I'm telling you, this is the part when she was showing that picture.
All over there. Listen now.
Yeah, he's still there. Look. Can you see his helmet still there? Look.
Yeah, we can just tell.
He's tug of war. Still there. Look, like everyone's trying to stop him from tugging it. Look, still there. He's holding the paper. He won't let go. Then he goes backwards. As he goes backwards to get away, look, Hattoon then gets dragged to the ground. Yeah, and everyone's trying to stop her from falling.
Right.
Yeah, look, she's there now. Here's the paper on the floor here.
Was she
Yeah.
just
Have a look. Yeah, now she's on the floor. You're here, yeah? Can you see the papers all crumpled up? Now what happens? The guy goes backwards, and here, look, he's got his arms up like, okay, I'll effed up.
Give me a minute. Let me just play this video.
And the police are there as well, so they can't do nothing.
What like nothing to do with me.
Yeah, like, yeah. But he knows he messed up. He knows he messed up, so he can't. Look, and look at that officer. She saw everything, but they removed Hattoon instead. So he was there. This guy went mad. I don't even know if he's a Muslim or what. He went mental, this guy. Yeah, because he was like, how can you push him onto the floor? So can you see the people that must have seen it? So watch the rest, yeah. Watch the rest. Hey, hold on. Look, that finger, yeah? I pointed towards him and the police.
Look at that finger of truth, Steve. Is that you, Steve? Steve.
It is. Hello.
Oh, it's got like 2 minutes left.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So let me just finish this video. It's got like 2 minutes. It's just a video from the Reanimator about what happened to Hattoon.
So going, look.
Yeah.
Target, look. Yeah, the police officer's listening to me, look. Hey, finger officer, of justice. It's the guy with the helmet. Yeah, snitched. The guy with the helmet. He did. I got it on camera. He did. He pushed her on the floor. I got it on camera. You want me to give it to the police?
Lying is a sin. Don't forget, guys.
That guy pushed her on the floor. It's that guy. That guy. Bandana. I got the camera footage if you want it.
if you come to Speaker's Corner here and you don't like what's being said, then don't come in here.
Listen
If
to
you
this,
can't
because this
control
is true.
yourselves. No, sorry, if you can't control yourselves because you don't like something, why'd you come here?
Why are you disturbing the peace?
No,
Why are you
what I'm saying to you, why are you coming here if you don't like what people say? Yeah? Why are you coming here? I come here, I know I'm going to hear abuse here. I don't walk around and start threatening people. I'm pulling people's paper. Are you a big man going for a woman? Yeah, I'm a snitch. Big up to the police. Yeah. Now what?
Yeah, so I'm sorry, man, but I've seen it. Banksy saw it. Yeah, there was enough people to say that. Yeah, we saw it. Yeah. Now, obviously, some people are going to lie and say no, it never happened, but it did. So you go Speaker's Corner, and then what happens is that somebody tries to grab your property. Is that wrong? Yes or no?
Yeah, of course it is. Yes.
Okay, so step one, he did
Yeah, but
wrong.
you didn't have to ask me that, Raj. Raj, Raj, hold on, Raj. You don't have to treat me like this amoral person. Let me just lay this out, foundation. I've not seen any footage thus far to justify any allegations of if I was the police or a lawyer or whatever. I've not seen anything. So I'm asking if you could possibly play some other angles, not just for us. There's 156 people watching.
All right, so
it's not as I wasn't there. You have to give people that.
All right, yeah. All right, so
people that benefit. They've not seen it. You didn't see the angle that you saw. If I was in your position and I saw exactly the same thing that you saw, I would probably be saying the same thing. I'm not doubting it. I'm saying that I didn't see that from that angle.
How many
it's questionable to me?
How many witnesses?
Hold on. It's questionable. Raj, don't cut me. Raj. It's strange to me that this is the second week that Hatun has taken a tumble, shall we say.
Oh, hang on. She didn't know Aladawa or whatever he's called was going to move the chair last week.
All right, so Steve, you wanted to talk about what's his name first? Ralph.
Well, no, let's talk. Can we talk about Hatun and that video first?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go.
So that guy, the guy with the helmet on, he brought his motorbike into the park, and it just sat there against the railings, and the police did absolutely nothing about it. First point. Second point, he was there for a purpose, without doubt. He was there for Hatun, and he did drag her to the floor. He was there to violently attack Hatun, which he did, and we will not be seeing him again, everyone, because that guy has history. I can't say anything on that, but he has history, and my word, be returning to the park. He's got history for attacking people for cartoons. That's all I'll say.
Right.
So he will not be coming back to the park. And I think it was quite clear that he was a known individual. I mean, I'd never seen him before. I don't think he's come to the corner. He wasn't recognisable. Yet all the other Muslims were like, interacting with him like they knew him. So I think that tells you something. So he was brought to the corner for a purpose. He served his purpose, but he ain't going to be coming back. And I don't think he'll be seen anywhere for a while.
Obviously, you can tell me. You could tell me in private, exactly where you got this information from. Can you give a little bit more insight, or no, into where you got this?
No. All I can say is what I said. The guy's got history. He's got violent history, and we will not be seeing him at Speaker's Corner or anywhere else for a little while.
Okay, big up, man. Big up.
But of course, they could send someone else instead, though, of course. But we won't be seeing that specific individual.
Yeah. All right. So what we're going to go into Raspect, because I found a killer video, Steve. That's why I tried ringing you, of me a year and a half ago calling him out on his anti-Semitism with Joseph. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're not that impressed.
I didn't actually. But
I thought you might have more.
But reading that Daily Mail article, I mean, what an eye opener that Daily Mail article is, and clearly the journalist Guy Adams has really done some thorough research there. And shared an awful lot.
Here's a video from January 28, 2019, with me and Joseph, and thinking, what's it called? Anti-Semitism, Hypocrisy, or Raspect. And that was me. Obviously, that's why I'm now a prophet. because I prophesied their particular thing. And so I called him out and said, there's a lot of information on it. He said some crazy stuff in this video. So, dude, Guy Adams, if you're listening, you might want to watch this video because some of the stuff he says, we'll go through it, yeah? How long have you got, Steve? Because I need to go in like an hour and 10 minutes or so. Is that enough time?
Oh, if that's as long as you're going, I might be able to last that long.
Oh, is that what you say? I was about to say something. Bit saucy. All right. So, what did you want to speak about first? You said you wanted to speak about Ralph and patriarchal.
Yes. So, Ralph, the only Indian in the white supremacy village, it seems. So, Ralph's been coming under a lot of pressure in Patriotic Alternative. He's not Mr. Popular anymore, to the extent that the leadership of Patriotic Alternative are actively distancing themselves from Ralph now, putting out tweets, putting out messages that basically he's not Patriotic Alternative, he's not in the organisation, he doesn't have any access to our data, he doesn't represent us, which all is very, very weird when you think back, about a year ago, when Ralph came to Speaker's Corner with some of the other guys that are in Patriotic Alternative to announce the launch of the organisation. So one day launching an organisation, the next day, no, it's nothing to do with us, nothing to do with us. Might that possibly be because the real knuckle-dragging racists, white supremacist racists of Patriotic Alternative have suddenly realised that Ralph Maslamani isn't very white?
Yeah, well,
and he had a bit of go. And can you believe this? I mean, who in the world doesn't know? Well, in terms of people that go to Speaker's Corner or watch this stuff on YouTube, who does not know Ralph's name? Does Ralph hide his name? Has he ever hidden his name? Yet this morning, I triggered him by using his name, and he's threatened to report me to Twitter for doxing him. What a silly boy.
So here's the thingy. So he put out a so I don't know if you can see the screen. So he's put out this tweet saying there are some rumors going around which need questioning about my relationship with PA Alternative. PA is run by Mark Collette, and this is Laura. I do not hold any official position in PA and never funded it. Anyone insinuating anything to the contrary is deliberate slander. So the reason being is because this lady Laura, whatever her name is, she seems like nasty. She says he's never been in. He didn't found pay. He's never had access to our website. He's never had any access to our personal information. He's never been to a PA event. He's never made a single decision or had any input in any decision for PA. I've never even met him. If somebody asks me when I'm streaming, I'll answer by saying Ralph has nothing to do with PA, and there's never been. Laura has given me permission to share this message. Now,
isn't that strange? Literally for the last year, Ralph has continually said he is part of Patriotic Alternative. He is a supporter. He's involved. He's best mates with Mark Collett and Laura Towler. Now it would appear he doesn't want to be. They don't want it.
Well, here's the video from December.
What a turnaround.
December 29th. I think you were there.
What was the date on it?
December 29th.
What was the date on that?
December 29th. December
2019.
Yeah, 2019.
2019.
And,
okay, 7-8 months ago.
Yeah, introducing the Patriot Alternative, a new. So let's play it for a second because I actually haven't heard it for a while. Let's see what he says.
And play the very beginning of it as well, how he announces the launch.
Yeah, there it is.
Can't hear it.
You can't hear it? All right, let me. I probably haven't got the thing on. I'm going to open the panel up in a bit. Let me see if anyone else wants to jump on. But let me and Steve get through the main parts first. Obviously, I can't have too many people on when Steve's on. Can you hear it now? God.
Could hear it for a second, but now not. Well, you're just jumping around on the video.
Electoral Committee, and we will be engaging in 2020.
Oh, yeah.
And we're standing.
We note the we's.
Eins, zwei. First of all, I've got to say a big thank you to Content of Everything, mainstream media, 14 of Everything. And we're standing here on a wonderful Sunday at Hyde Park, and I am privileged and proud to be able to make a huge announcement that affects not just today, but the rest of our political life. We have now formed a nationalist party called the Patriotic Alternative, spearheaded by
have
Mark
formed.
Collett and Laura Towler. And what we're doing today is announcing this party to England and the rest of the world. The political party has been formed and gone through the Electoral Commission, and we will be engaging in 2020 the first nationalist party of the United Kingdom. So in order to start, why are we doing this and what is the purpose of the nationalist party? We wish to replicate the success of the AFD.
I mean, it's pretty clear
That's probably enough, Ralph.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
we have launched the party. We are announcing the party to the world from Speaker's Corner, and now he's nothing to do with it. Oh, very strange, isn't it?
I mean, there's no
But
doubt
there
in
is-
that video that he was there to almost like he was a representative of that organization. That's what he was acting.
And
like.
what a surprise! The real racist white supremacists have suddenly decided they don't want a brown man in their little party. So now he's got to distance himself. And by the way, they are not a political party because they've still failed to register. The Electoral Commission twice now has refused to register them as a political party. So, they've only got a few months left in 2020 to do that. And I'd put a lot of money on that would never happen. They will never become a registered party.
When it comes to Ralph, he's done more damage to the white cause than any other man. His father, like I said, married a white woman, creating him. He's then married another white woman, creating another brown baby. So if you're talking about white, the kind of great replacement, he's attributed to it more than anybody, has he not?
Well, I think in their words, he could be described as a race traitor. I think in their words, he could be described as a race mixer, and in their words, an invader of the white man's country. And surprise, surprise, some of the people that hold those sorts of views have suddenly realised, hang on a minute, that's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Having an Indian man represent us, standing in Speaker's Corner in front of the cameras, announcing our party. It's going to be a bit ridiculous, isn't it? People are probably going to laugh at that.
Yeah, but I'm sure I've heard him say he's met Laura Towler and Mark Collett at an event. I need to find it. I'm pretty sure.
Well, yes. I mean, he absolutely has. He absolutely frequently has said that. Now, so that means it's either bullshit and it's more lies, or they're just lying about it now because they're so desperate to distance themselves from him.
Yeah. So let's go on to the main topic now. Let's have a bit of fun, man. You know what we're gonna have a bit of fun about?
What's that? Tan or?
Oh no! Forget tan. Let's go on to our.
Well, there's a whole nother story of activity today from Tan.
Yeah. So, but let's concentrate on this first here, because the thing is, I'm not gonna lie. Do you know this morning you sent me that text here? Like, I was just about, because I was drawing all night. I was just about to go sleep, and you freaking like woke me up. Like, you know when someone's put like a shot of coffee, and I was like,
I was gonna say you were up very.
Hello. No, I was drawing all night, so I got the text just as I was about to go. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, you're cutting out. You need to drop back in.
Yes.
Can you hear me? You can. Oh, he's got the worst connection, man. It's like
I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly.
I can hear you as well. Oh my god!
Right, well, carry on. Get on with it.
Oh, why are you acting like we're in a bloody Indian call center or something? You can't. Oh, hello. Are you there? Hello. Hello.
Your call is important to us. Please
your call is important. Hello, dude. You're acting like we're freaking different time zones. You're only like freaking like a couple of miles away from me. So when it comes to, I have to admit, this morning, like I had my eyes just bulged out. It kept me awake for like an hour. Obviously, anything to do with Raspect, like getting roasted, it's fun. But this is on the next level, because once you've made it onto the Daily Mail, and there's 2.1 thousand comments, there's a problem. I mean, so before we go on, this has got
how many comments?
2.1 thousand. Over 2,000, basically.
Wow.
So before everyone, look, we have like with this year, this guy has just basically done his own analysis of Raspberry. It's got I don't think he's no one got in contact with me or not to you or anybody else. This is his own opinion piece on this guy, yeah. And so, shall we just go through it and then we can kind of like analyze bits and pieces so we can just read it.
Yeah.
So I'll read it and tell me when to stop. So the new face of race hate marching through London. They claim to be fighting. Remember, this is not my opinion. This is from Guy Adams. They claim to be fighting bigotry, but as this expose by Guy Adams lays bare, the leader revels in anti-Semitic abuse with chilling echoes of 1930s fascism. Wow, that is brutal. That's really brutal, though, isn't it? That's something like you might have written. A group of protesters in black military-style uniforms march in tight formation through the streets of London, were led by strapping men. That's who bellow orders such as "Attention! Right face, left face, forward!" and look like a highly trained group of soldiers out on parade. Some have dark berets, gloves, and knee-high leather boots. A bit kinky. A few carry walkie-talkies. At least one is wearing an IRA-style balaclava. So obviously these are the pictures. In some ways, the scene appears to echo the 1930s when Oswald Mosley's black shirts took their ugly brand of fascism on to working-class neighborhoods of our capital city. But this was Brixton last Saturday. What do you think about him kind of like equating that particular movement with Oswald Mosley? I mean, I don't personally. I don't agree with that.
I think it's a completely accurate comparison, and it's not only this journalist in the Daily Mail that's made it, but there's lots of articles about this across a lot of the press, and they're all making the same point, making the comparison with the black shirts of a long time ago.
All right. I mean, what's your reasoning though?
Because I forget the specific piece of legislation, but it is illegal to wear uniforms for a political group. So, and this is what Britain First got arrested, charged, and convicted for wearing uniforms as a political entity. So they are. So firstly, they're breaking the law. It's a blatant breach of the law. So we'll wait to see charges and them to go through the courts. And secondly, just the whole thing, lining up in a militaristic way, barking orders out, all marching, attempting to march in time with one another. I mean, it's a bit pathetic, but it is quite dangerous as well. And that's what their aim was. Their aim was to look like an army. It's clearly precisely what they wanted to achieve, and they certainly got the headlines.
They got the headlines. If that's what they wanted, they definitely grab people's attention. And the thing is, sometimes people want attention, but once you get it, because the Raspect has not uploaded anything. Let me just double check something for the last couple of days here, because normally he's uploads on his Instagram. Obviously, he's ditched YouTube because YouTube is not good enough.
So while you're looking for that, the Mail article refers to the fact that Forever Family Limited is registered on Companies House, so it's there for everyone to see. So just Google Forever Family Limited Ltd. Companies House, and that takes you to the company's registration. And guess what the nature of the business is described as?
What?
It's fund management activities. So basically a way to get and handle money, to handle cash. So it's got two nature of businesses listed. First is fund management activities. The second one is general public administration activities. Now, what the hell is general public administration activities? For some reason, they obviously chose not to register with Companies House as a group of boys pretending to be soldiers, putting uniforms on in Brixton High Street. For some reason, they thought they wouldn't register under that category. So they're fund management activities. So I would absolutely hazard a guess that they're getting some funding from America, whether it's BLM in America, and they've created this company to manage the money transfers. Clearly.
Now there's a comment here goes, and can I say to blah blah and what's his name, freaking Jack Hartajahon here, because I'm gonna put you both on timeout and demod you. Stop doing shit in the chat. You're starting to piss me off. Stop fighting each other and cussing each other out, man. I'll mod you both and I'll block you. So stop it now. Yeah, I've got to give these two little Punjabi they're fighting 24/7, annoying me now in the chat. Stop it. Daily Mail is a racist paper and they are now going to make black people look racist. Okay, so you're saying Daily Mail is racist. Does it mean that everything they write is totally wrong? Because I'm going to show you through a conversation, because we'll go through a video with me, Joseph, and Raspect from a year and a half ago when me and Joseph were accusing him of being anti-Semitic.
And sorry, can I just challenge that point? How is this article racist? This article has exposed a racist. Surely that's fighting for the cause against racism. How is this article racist when what it does is expose an absolute virulent racist? How does that make the article racist in itself? You do get some bloody numpties out there, don't you?
Yeah, but do blah blah. If he did, then he's wrong. Yeah, but can you just stop it, because both of you two are. I keep looking at the chat and I keep just seeing stupid stuff.
If he did what? If he did
no,
what?
I'm just talking to two people in the chat here. So let me just go through the rest of the article. So in some ways, the scenes echo the 1930s when Oswald Mosley's black shirts took their ugly brand of fascism to working class neighborhoods of our capital city. But this was Brixton last Saturday. The occasion was a march for African Emancipation Day, held on the first day of August each year to mark both the anniversary of the day in 1834 when the abolition of slavery came into force, and to campaign for Britain to pay reparations for its role in the transatlantic slave trade. The protesters in their stab vests and paramilitary style fatigues belonged to a strange new organization that called itself the Forever Family Force. It's kind of a weird name though, but I suppose they're trying to be family friendly. Formed last month to pursue what its social media feeders described as the battle against racism, inequality, and injustice, it seems to have been conceived as a sort of British version of the Black Panthers, the radical far-left protest group, which wore similar garb as it campaigned against police brutality in 1960s America. Yeah, I mean, the issue I have mainly with a lot of this kind of movement in the UK is that they're trying to superimpose the police and what's happening in America or happening in America to the UK. And they're two totally different situations, in my opinion.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. The police are nothing like the American police. I've been to the States. You can't even ask an officer directions without them looking like they're going to blow your brains out. The UK police, as bad as you might think they are, you can at least approach them and they're not freaking, well, you know, shooting people to death on a regular basis and stuff. So it's just, it's a totally separate situation. But they're trying to superimpose that over to here. In keeping with this tradition, Forever Family has already sparked controversy. To critics, the group appears to be importing an inflammatory brand of American-style identity politics, given oxygen by the Black Lives Matter movement, in which people of color are encouraged to believe that society is so intrinsically racist, their only hope is to mount an organized resistance against the ruling class. That's you, Steve.
The ruling class. All right.
Everyone thinks you're posh. Those who see them as a divisive and intimidating, including Nigel Farage, who circulated images of last Saturday's protest on Twitter saying terrifying scenes in Brixton today, a paramilitary style force marching in the streets this is what the BLM movement wanted from the start, and it would divide our society like never before. I mean, what do you think of Nigel Farage's statement? Do you have any opinions?
Spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on. Absolutely.
Well, I shouldn't eat. I thought he was going to talk a bit longer, so I put an apple in my mouth, and now I can't bloody finish it. So to say something else.
No, I mean he's a virulent black supremacy, white hating, anti-Semite. I honestly wasn't aware of the anti-Semiter of his views. But yeah, no, I mean, as I said, it's clearly a very well researched piece in the Daily Mail. Although, despite it being well researched, made no mention of Speaker's Corner. And no mention of his behaviour at Speaker's Corner. And obviously, you know, if the I mean, journalist did a good job, but if he'd done a little bit of if he was aware of and had done a bit of research on YouTube about Speaker's Corner, he could have got quite a lot more material for his article about, you know, some of the extreme, dangerous nonsense that this guy has come out with over time at Speaker's Corner. And it's funny because very occasionally he's been quite friendly and decent to me. But only very occasionally, and obviously I think he probably really struggles in being decent and friendly to anyone that happens to be of a different race to him, particularly of a white race. But clearly, you know, he holds some pretty unpleasant views, and we should call them out. It doesn't matter whether it's an idiot like Ralph spouting white supremacy, or an idiot like this one, or the guys from the Nation of Islam, which would be another example of people who have come to Speaker's Corner and spout nasty, vile, virulent, racist views, because black supremacy is as bad and as wrong as white supremacy.
So Sonny Essia says Raspect follows the teacher of anti-Semitic black leaders like Farah Khan and Khalid Muhammad. Yes, he does. He's very, and you're going to hear from a year and a half ago when I called him out on his anti-Semitism with Joseph, and there's some freaking pretty inflammatory stuff in that freaking video, man. I haven't listened to the whole thing, but I'll listen to it and go over it. In keeping, so to critic superior resistance against the ruling, those who oh yeah, okay. Supporters for their part point out that Brixton event was largely peaceful, with just 3 arrests, and argue that Forever Family is a harmless, somewhat eccentric group of activists. Now, here's the picture of Mosley. Oh no, that's going to really trigger them. I'm not going to lie. That's going to be a little bit disheartening for Raspect. This camp includes Jonathan Bartley, co-leader of the Green Party, who responded to Farage by declaring, "You are just trying to create division, but these people in Brixton today know that love and justice will conquer the fear and hate you peddle. Hope is what people need right now, and they are showing the pathway towards it." So what is the truth? Well, here is where it starts getting interesting. Yes, so let's all sit down, everybody, and get a cup of tea, put your feet up, and let's do a little bit of Raspect roasting. Yeah, because this guy really goes deep into Raspect.
Have you seen who's in the chat, Raj?
Oh, a little Suleiman.
Yeah, we got the Care Bear Jihadi in. Big up to the Care Bear Jihadi.
This guy here has been associated with some of the most dangerous people in the UK who have ever come onto these shores. Like the guy that
yes, we do. We do have now one of the very, very few adherents of Anjem Chowdhury that are still walking the streets, that aren't banged up in Belmarsh, or lying rotting dead in Syria somewhere, or somewhere on a ISIS battlefield. We have one of them in the chat tonight. One of them that is the one that is still standing. Isn't that miraculous?
Oh, but everyone says
Jihadi is still standing.
Yeah, but everyone says that he's never been with Anjem Chowdhury. He's never really met him and stuff. Oh, we have him on
right, another one who denies the facts of video evidence.
You know, like Sheikh One and Grey Dunya. But have a look at the screen. Who's this standing right next to Anjem Chowdhury outside? I think it was a court asking for the release of Sheikh Abu Bakr.
Oh, look. Who's that? Shoulder to shoulder. Look at him. Bless. That shows you what a little tiddly squirt Anjem Chowdhury is. Look, they're the same height.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm a bit shocked actually. I thought it was a lot bigger than that. But yeah, I mean, have a look. Who's he next to? Oh yeah, to all these people that
Or
have him on your.
maybe Silliman standing. Maybe Silliman standing on a box next to him.
Or maybe he's standing on a Great Dunya, you know, because Great Dunya is his little kind of bitch. So these guys, Great Dunya and Dick Pic Tarweed, yeah, oh, we're not extremists, but the people they associate with and the people that they are with are some of the most dangerous people. We're not talking about people that might have threatened someone or might have, you know, done something. We're talking about people that have actually killed people and have actually blown themselves up or beheaded people on camera. And these are the type of people that Suleiman is very friendly with. But Hatun is a hate preacher, but
including yes, well, yeah, isn't it an absolute farce? These people who are happy to stand cheek to jowl with these murdering scum who have the cheek to call Hatun an extremist or a hate preacher. You could not make this shit up. These people are actual killers and maimers, people that have killed people on the streets of our capital city and in other locations in this country and elsewhere, cheek to jowl in the same club, in the same gang, with videos, with photos of these people standing. There's another photo of another one of them. And
who's in this photo, yeah? So
and look who's in the middle as well.
Who's it? Now, this guy here, yeah, Tarweed is the most, in my opinion, most extreme person I've ever met in speaking. Above him and above these guys, because he's more dangerous because he hides it in kind of like, you know, sophistry and stuff like that. He's very manipulative. But look at these guys here. This guy has been in prison. He's an Anjem Chowdhury guy. This guy's now in prison for supporting Anjem Chowdhury promoting terrorism. This guy's
they claim a 5'2" tall Turkish woman, Turkish Christian, is a hate preacher, is evil, needs to be dealt with, needs to be attacked, needs to be dragged out the corner. She's a hate preacher. Really? What's wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you guys that a 5'2" tall girl terrorizes you so much that you have to call her a hate preacher? You're pathetic. You're pathetic little pussies.
For argument's sake,
pathetic little pussies.
All right, so for argument's sake, let's just for argument's sake, Hatun is a hate preacher. But what does it make these people then? If Hatun's a hate preacher for same religion, what does
on the
make
scale
the people...
Precisely on the scale of badness, even as you say, even if she did preach hate, which clearly she doesn't, she just utilizes her freedom of speech to critique Islam at the home of free speech, and the bloody pussies can't handle it. That's all she does. But even if you want to say it's bad or wrong, on the scale of badness, people that sitting in Belmarsh, having been convicted under the Terrorism Act, people that have slaughtered and maimed people that have chopped heads off of a British soldier, you know, where's the relativity between these two people?
Who's this? Who's this
cartoon
Steve?
of a Quran with holes in and a mouth
Steve, who's this?
Cutting someone's head off?
Steve, who's this? And who's this guy here? Do you know who this guy is?
Care Bear Jihadi on the right.
Who's that?
Another dead Care Bear Jihadi on the left, who took his baby to fucking Syria. That loser, that little pussy on the left, took his baby to Syria. What a fucking useless waste of space. Not
just him. He was one of the executioners in the videos. You know when they were executing aid workers and freaking reporters. There he is.
And I can remember seeing him. I can remember seeing that little squirt on the left in Anjem Chowdhury demos. I can remember seeing him at one, for example, at Brick Lane, an anti-alcohol demonstration on Brick Lane, for fuck's sake. And he was a little timid, quiet little squirt, absolutely pathetic. He wouldn't say boo to a goose.
But the problem is this year, when people call these guys out, because I don't like, me and you don't like reactionary. Reactionary is a little prick here, and certain people are pricks here. I'm not gonna lie, I can't stand reactionary. But when he calls these people out, he's criticized for calling out the extremists. Like he's the bad guy. It doesn't make sense. Like,
So
Shandy,
has reactionary called out the extremists?
yeah. Whenever, look, one thing I don't like reactionary, but whenever these people jump on panels, and he's like, "Why you got these guys on the panels for? Like, why have you got this guy?" So I've heard him say it, and then people start calling him out and saying, "Oh, you're working with the kuffar." But these people will. If look, one thing that I don't like Sir Fazio, you know, Sir Fazio is a prick, but he said one thing. Some have agreed with me. He said, when it comes to these terrorist attacks, they don't care if your mother's down the road. They don't care if your brother's down the road. When they drive that car into you, or they're going to use a knife, they're going to go for whoever's closest to them. Yeah, and if that means it's your brother, your sister, whatever. So it's your duty to report these people if you believe they're going to be doing X, Y, Z. Yeah, even if you don't want to do it for the greater community.
Aren't we lucky though that the majority of them are no different to the three lions in the film? They're absolute losers. Even when they go out to kill, they fuck it up, and you know, if they had half a brain, they would be so much more dangerous. Because, you know, at the end of the day, if you've got half a brain and you want to go out and kill and maim, let's face it, it wouldn't be that difficult. But,
I mean, one of the things is the Streatham terrorists. We know now that the guy that did the Streatham attack, he was going to kill Tan. Now, I was asking people, like, if Tan was murdered, would it have been acceptable because he criticized your faith? Would it have been acceptable? Because it seems like people are saying, well, if you criticize my faith, whatever happens to you happens. Like, whatever happens to you happens. Like, what level are you going to accept? Like, one of the things I don't really understand, we'll talk about it. Let's go back to the article, is this. If you said to me right now, Rod, reincarnation's bullshit, yeah, you probably do think it's bullshit. Or, you know, growing your hair for whatever reason, it's just silly, yeah. I'm not going to start saying, Steve, you're a Sikaphobe, am I?
Of course not, because you're comfortable in your skin, you're comfortable in your faith, and why would you need to be so pathetic to be offended by that? You know, it would be a very immature-ish, childish thing that would demonstrate that your faith has no strength. If you were offended by me doing that, it would do nothing but demonstrate the weakness of your faith.
Yeah, I mean, I could say, look here. So I've had people say to me, "Oh, reincarnation's stupid. You're going to come back as a." I don't start saying, "Oh, Sikaphobe." So if I criticize, let's say,
and funny enough, Christians don't do that either, do they? I don't think Hindus do it either.
Yeah, you got to say, yeah, because people say to Hindus, "Oh, well, you worship a freaking thingy or whatever." But you got to separate people critiquing certain aspects of your ideology to hating.
So, for example, Hindus hold the cow as a sacred animal.
Yeah, it's silly. It's stupid.
Yeah, have you? And yeah, we could say that's silly, or we don't understand it, whatever, and we can disrespect that. But have you ever heard a Hindu in Britain criticize children's cartoons with cows in? Never once. Yet, how often do we hear criticism about things with pigs in? And that's not even because the Muslims hold pigs in high esteem. No, because the Muslims don't like pigs. So therefore, there are certain people who don't want Peppa Pig, who don't want cartoons and pictures of pigs in children's books. I mean, just compare the two scenarios. Hindus who don't kick up about the sacred cow being in a silly cartoon or joke or children's animation or whatever, but Muslims who don't like a pig kicking up about pigs being in children's storybooks, for goodness sake. Again, why is their faith so weak that they're so easily offended?
Now, the thing is, Suleiman said something. If you read the comment, just below.
Hang on a minute. Duar Dahab, however you say that. Steve, you're going to get it. What? An award? You're
going to get
a pancake with Nutella in? What am I going to get? Can you hang on a minute? Can you, Duar Dahab? Can you just explain yourself? Oh, and I'm a gay lord as well. So racism bad, Islamophobia bad, homophobia perfect. Let's have a bit more of it. What do you mean I'm going to get it? What's it? I hope it's a Nutella pancake.
Well, could be a kiss. Could be a kiss on the cheek.
Oh yes, maybe he's trying to pull me. Maybe this is flirting
you're
with me. I
oh,
don't know.
Steve, you're gonna get it when I see you on a Friday night.
You're gonna guess it's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? My 12-year-old son knows how to behave more maturely than some of these idiots that come into live streams. Come into someone's live stream who they seem to hate. And their life is so sad that they come into a live stream repeatedly and type in stuff against all these people that they don't like.
All right, so let me just explain. Let me say something here. This is not against Muslims. What I'm saying to you, if you agree with this comment that what Suleiman says, you as Anjem Chowdhury harmed, you're my enemy. You are my enemy. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm enemies of Muslims, but they're enemies of people that agree with this kind of mindset. Let me show you before we go back to the Raspect, because we need to go back to Raspect, who he is actually being linked with. Yeah. So all of these people are his actual close associates, that people that he's mentored and stuff like this. You have who? The London Bridge bomber, yeah, the 7-7, yeah. Lee Rigby killer, Adebajalo. Westminster attacker, Masood. London Bridge killer, ringleader, Karam Butt. Islamic State executioner, Huck. Sri Lankan bomber. All of these people are his.
The list goes on and on and on.
And then that's not even going into the rest of the stuff, yeah. So he may not have actually literally killed someone, but he has radicalized and put into people's minds this kind of rhetoric and this ideology that has gone on to kill people, yeah. And anybody like Sheikh Wan, Grey Dunya, Halima, M-Stacks, and all of these people that are supporting Suleiman, that say Suleiman's a good Muslim brother, but he's a bit deluded. I think Uncle Omar's okay, and all of these people, and M-Stacks and what. These are the real radicals that are actually what I call kind of like propping people like Suleiman up. They're propping him up.
These little children, these little boys that sit in their bedrooms at home whilst their mummies don't realise what they're doing, typing all these veiled threats in the chat. Do they think that all these things aren't recorded and saved and monitored by the state, by police, by MI6, by MI5, by the secret services here and in other countries? You know, they are providing us with a very, very good library of evidence that when these silly boys, if they ever grow half a ball to actually do anything in real life, you know, the evidence will all be there, and it will be used to bang them up for a very long time.
All right, so when I put this picture up, yeah, of all of these very dangerous people that have gone on to kill people, look what. So if this is the real Suleiman, I hope everybody's going to condemn what he's just written now. If this is the real Suleiman, all of these people have killed people in the UK and abroad, yeah, real dangerous people. And now Suleiman, who's a regular on Halima's panel, and on that channel, they're saying Hatun is a hate preacher and a hateful person. From what
she says hateful stuff, and I get really upset about it. Can someone stop her? I don't like her. Can someone stop her? Children, grow up, grow some.
So here you have a clear-cut situation where Suleiman is saying big up all of these people. Are you guys going to now still say he's not a supporter of Anjem Chowdhury and these people that have gone on to kill innocent people? Yeah. I mean, there's so many people that condemn this guy here, but the people that don't condemn him, because you got, what's his name? Ali Dawa condemned him. What's his name? Shamsi and a couple other people. But guess what? Sheikh Wan, you know Sheikh Wan, Grey Dunya, these so-called like regulars at the park that are supposed to be quite moderates are totally in bed with this guy. And I don't just mean in bed in terms of bumming him, but they embed mentally with him as well. But they pretend to be kind of moderate guys. That's why I say there's certain people at the park that are more dangerous than this guy, because at least with him, he's open about it. But people like
Ned, can I just say, Ned, it doesn't mean there's a man sitting in a room watching Ralph's live stream. There is technology that saves all of this. Every single web page in the world is saved and backed up without human intervention.
Yeah,
And of
I
course,
realize that.
there is technology to there is technology that picks up certain words and more closely watches certain live streams and certain subjects, and of course it's going to be well known, both Speaker's Corner physically in the corner itself, but also live streams that have connection with Speaker's Corner are going to be at the top of the pile of interest. And that's what they do. So no, it doesn't necessarily mean there's a man sitting in a little room monitoring this and taking notes and taking screenshots. No, it's all done automatically, and analysed automatically.
Yeah. So
they don't realise it because sometimes, sorry, there are other channels who often take down their videos immediately. Patriotic Alternative and Ralph do it all the time. Now, again, do they really think by the removal of a video means it's gone? No, of course not. The saving of web pages is instantaneous as soon as it's done. When people live stream, it's there. It's there to be captured by other people. So deleting your live stream afterwards serves no purpose to hide and save you from the evil nonsense that's been spoken in your live stream or in your chat. Once it's done, it's done. You deleting it never removes it.
If you listen to Snowden's accounts of what they were doing 10 years, this is 10 years ago, I was shocked. Do you know their technology computers are literally tracking every conversation? It's not even hard for them. They got computer programs that are just literally picking out words and stuff. They don't even have to work that hard. It's doing it all for them. It's backing everything up. I even realized that somebody deleted a website 2 years ago. I managed to get it still. Yeah, I managed to get it because it's still on the web.
And there are some people, and there are some people that use certain sites and certain platforms because they think they're uncensored and safe, and that they can say whatever they want. Well, just think about those platforms for a minute. Who owns some of them? Look at the networks behind some of these channels. Now, if you think, oh, I'm going to go and use platform X because it's not censored and I can say what I want on it, well, where do you think the authorities are going to be looking at? I mean, it's again, like I said, we're very, very lucky that some of these people are so very, very thick because they don't get these things. They don't realize these things when they're typing away in their little private groups or on their little bizarre platforms, sharing their hate with one another. They think they're doing it.
Let me explain to you. There's this guy here called People of Tarwidi. He used to be a guy called Morton Hire, a Norwegian. This guy is fully radicalized now. Within a year, he got fully radicalized. He went from a nice Norwegian that used to play guitar to now being one of the most radical guys on the net. And the reason why he's so radical is because he never condemns any of these guys like Suleiman, Abdul Hakim, or all of these people that are closely associated with Andrew Chadwick. In fact, he chats to them like they're best mates. So I'm glad you got a couple of knocks on your door, because you deserve it. Yeah, you deserve it because you need to, people like you need to be into. Yeah, we need to know what you're doing, because of the people that you're supporting, and before you say Tommy Robinson, has not, from my understanding, been responsible for like 200 to 300 murders, like Andrew Chowdhury has.
Exactly. He's never maimed anyone, and he's never encouraged anyone to maim anyone. He's never encouraged anyone to be violent against anyone. In fact, he's done the opposite. He's regularly and frequently gone out of his way to tell people never think of violence. Even to the extent of, he's repeatedly on record of saying, anyone that goes up to a Muslim woman and rips her hijab off is an absolute bloody idiot. Complete and utter idiot. He is on record as saying that numerous times. So again, all this nonsense. I saw a moment ago in the chat that Andrew Chowdhury was being compared to Tony Blair. I mean, Tony Blair might have done some wrong things, and he screwed up lots of things, but really, again, you're showing your absolute ignorance by comparing an individual like Andrew Chowdhury with Tony Blair.
Yeah. So let's go back to Raspect. We had a little rant about him, about this situation. I need to just explain the kind of crazy mindset of some of these people that seem to be quite.
I don't think there's not been any sign of them doing anything today. So maybe Maybe
Who?
last weekend was a one-off, or maybe they've
All right,
had
so-
to knock on the door.
So let's go through now. This is where Raspect gets roasted. So this is the interesting bit, and all of this I pretty much agree with. So what is the truth here? Well, here is where it starts getting interesting. Despite Mr. Bartley's remark about love and justice, I can reveal that Forever Family is led by a highly controversial musician who has recently used social media to voice vile slurs against other minority groups. And I've said that from day dot, that he attacks the gay people, trans, he attacks Jews and stuff like that. And I've said it before, so I'm glad this is coming out. Among other things, he has shared deeply anti-transgender memes, circulated bizarre anti-vaccination conspiracy theories, and suggested that Bill Gates has killed tens of thousands of children in third world countries and is somehow responsible for the coronavirus pandemic. Forever Family's leader has also made a series of anti-Semitic remarks blaming Jews for slavery. Do you know what, Steve? I've got the video on this, and it's actually even worse than it's actually even worse than what you wrote here. In a serious Instagram post this month, he described the Jewish community's alleged role in the slave trades, the original Holocaust, criticized devils who campaigned against left-wing anti-Semitism on social media, and advanced a further selection of conspiracy theories claiming that the Jews owned the banking system via what's called a Rothschild bloodline. It is a wholly revolting worldview for anyone to hold, especially the leader of a group that purports to campaign against racism. Yeah. Now, if you had those views, so that's quite a valid point, though. If you got those views, but you're like, oh, I'm not a public figure, I'm not really going against racism, fair enough. But when you're out there saying my people are being oppressed, but you're then want to oppress other people, it's hypocritical, isn't it? Or you're demonizing another group. So perhaps, indeed, some might argue that the real agenda of this militaristic protest group is not so far removed from that of the Black Panthers, the leaders of whose unofficial successors have denied the Holocaust and called the Jews hook-nosed imposters and bloodsuckers of the poor who profiteer from the Black community. Perhaps that explains why, despite Forever Family's high-profile protest, its founder appears to have taken extensive steps to keep his identity secret. Oh, they're talking about Raspect. On paper, the organization is opaque. Its website consists of an image of a clenched fist, along with links to Twitter and Instagram accounts that have been set to private, so they can be read only by approved users. Well, the government's going to probably be looking at those hard. A Facebook page also be accessed from the website also allows viewers to watch 2 short videos which claim the organization exists to mobilize, organize, and centralize community initiatives to empower and support organizations with similar objectives, and say is united in building a self-sufficient and stable community. What these vague mission statements mean and how the group propose to actually achieve the aims is unclear. Neither its social media accounts nor its website contain any information about who is behind it. Yeah. The only supporter who has made his identity publicly known is a musician called Mega, not the leader of the group referred to above, but who performed at the hip hop collective Slow Solid Crew. We got Slow Solid Crew there. There's some good tracks. He used Twitter to declare that he took part in last Saturday's protest, boasting, "We locked down Brixton today." Ironically, given this secretive modus operandi, the films circulated by Forever Family also claim that its values are integrity, transparency, and accountability. One thing Forever Family is keen to get its hands on, though, is money.
Well, that'd be why the company's registered to manage funds.
And that is what allows us to trace its founder. Several of its social media pages carry links to our PayPal. Put the PayPal link in the chat. PayPal link in the chat, where supporters can donate to the cause. Contributions are then, according to PayPal, passed to a company called Forever Family Limited, which was incorporated on June 20th and operates out of a service address in Hoxton, East London. Company's house records show the firm's secretary is a 27-year-old woman from Wandsworth, South London, called Rachel Emmanuel. I don't know who it is. The only director and the group's leader and founder is a 28-year-old resident of Ilford, East London, called Carrie Mackenzie. I didn't know his name was Carrie. I would have roasted him if I knew that. Carrie! You know that movie Carrie, where all that blood goes everywhere afterwards? At the end. Neither has responded to a formal request for comment. Little is known about Miss Emmanuel. However, Mackenzie, who is listed as having significant control over Forever Family, is a rap artist who performs under the stage name Raspect. Oh, here he is.
Stage name. I wonder if he's registered with Equity.
He's made it now. Look, he's never going to come back to YouTube. He's too big for those, the fire rats. He appears to have become politically active in 2011 after the police shooting of Mark Duggan, a 29-year-old gang member whose death sparked the riots in London and elsewhere that year. In more recent years, Mackenzie has been active in a community group called Gang. Oh no. Whose supporters arrive at incidents of gang violence, wearing stab vests and using Lord Hailers to encourage locals onto the streets to reclaim the space. In early 2018, Mackenzie made a series of appearances on Victoria Derbyshire BBC chat show to discuss race relations following the death of Edson da Costa, I don't know who that is, a 25-year-old from East London who died after swallowing plastic bags of heroin and crack cocaine when his car was stopped by the police. Why would he go on there about that? Did you know that he went on there about that?
What do you mean?
That I don't understand. Why would you go on to the BBC Derbyshire? Was he...
Because he's, like so many other people, he's a fame whore.
But if this guy died from an overdose because he was stopped by the police and started eating all these drugs, then he's a criminal that died. Wasn't he?
Wow.
From his own stupidity. Why would you want to defend a guy like that?
Unfortunately, there are some people in a certain community who love criminal martyrs. It doesn't matter if they've got a criminal record as long as your arm. They turn them into martyrs. You kind of hope they would be choosing better people to put up on a pedestal as their martyrs, rather than low life criminal scum.
Now, look, even if someone did do a criminal offence, I don't agree they should die in custody. But no,
of course not. That's not what I'm saying. But you don't.
I know what you're saying.
To put up on a pedestal and say, look at this lovely person.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, to come on to BBC I don't know, I'm not sure. I'll have to watch the interview to see exactly what he said.
But do you remember also, and I'm not sure if this article refers to it, but he also was hobnobbing with Sadiq Khan in City Hall in London as well.
Yeah. So he says here, in one bizarre interview with Derbyshire that year, he urged viewers not to call the police. And he said that to me as well loads of times. I've asked him about how do you, resolve this issue with the police that you don't trust them. And if there's a crime that's going on, like someone's been robbed or something, he said, we'll deal with it. Like, how are you going to deal with a situation like that, which is so serious? Like someone.
Oh, they're there because they're going to form their own street army. So there you go.
Well, who controls them?
Yeah, but also when he was hobnobbing with Sadiq Khan in City Hall, does he not realise Sadiq Khan is in charge of Metropolitan Police Force? I don't think anyone told him about that.
I mean, it's pretty delusional. So in one bizarre interview with Derbyshire that year, he urged viewers not to call the police to incidents of crime. That is so dangerous to say to the youth, saying don't call 999, call the G line, an apparent reference to gang's contact number. Around the same time,
you've forgotten
something. Yeah, go on.
You've forgotten something very important, Ralph.
Raj!
Ralph. Why am I calling you Ralph? Raj. What you've forgotten is guiding.
I'm not getting involved in that. I'm not getting involved in that. I didn't really have problems with the gang, to be honest. I had problems with certain members, though.
Well, but there's another question. Where is his little boyfriend Jedi in all of this? I didn't see Jedi lining up in there. I know they had a little falling out a little while ago, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they don't talk to each other now. For sure. So there's a guy that keeps on going after Lee Rigby is a terrorist who'll go to hell. I mean, just that's somebody who's thinking. So can people just keep on timing that guy out and just get rid of it?
What is he saying? What was his comment on Lee Rigby?
No, he's got an account called Lee Rigby is a terrorist.
Oh, Lee Rigby is a terrorist who will go to. Well, can't he just be knocked out the whole chat rather than just delete his tweets?
No, we keep on knocking him out, but it creates a new one. It creates a new one that every time we do it. So
you haven't even modded me, you bastard.
Oh, all right. So write your thingy then, man. Write your thingy. You can stop timing out as well. Write your name. Say it's me.
Oh, now he's destroy. He can't look how he spelled destroy.
I know.
Destroy Lee Rigby's memorial.
He destroyed the English language as well.
Aren't some people sad?
Yeah,
Very,
write
very
your
sad.
Let me
Living in a country saying comments like that.
Yeah, I
very,
was
very empty lives. Obviously.
First of all, I was in the gang thingy. I didn't really have a problem with gang per se. I'd probably
the aim of gang was an admirable aim.
Yeah.
If that's what they did and if that's what they lived up to, then absolutely good on them. You know, if I'd been Sadiq Khan, I'd be giving them funding and support to help them do it. But it kind of never really turned out what the aim, in tandem with what the aim was supposed to be, was it?
And the thing is, the people leading it were not the right people as well, because they.
Well, exactly. I mean, fame whores who are standing around smoking weed and being black supremacists and racist towards white people is not a really good way to guide a new generation, is it? If we're being honest.
All right, so let me read the rest of it. So, shaking hands with London Mayor Sadiq Khan at City Hall. Most recently, McKinsey filmed himself being, as he put it, rudely interrupted, harassed, and threatened by police officers who asked why he appeared in lockdown rules to socialise.
How dare he be approached by the police and challenged by the police for anything? How dare they? Do they not know who he is?
It's me, I'm Raspect, in a park at the height of COVID. And in early June, soon after the killing of George Floyd in the US, he began taking photos of himself in military clothes at Black Lives Matter protests in London. In more recent time, the McKinsey public statements, particularly since Forever Family came into being, have become more volatile, not to mention offensive. Last year, for example, he used Instagram to share a transphobic joke, suggesting that people who identify as female but are born male are likely to be sex offenders. So the joke is this. A man followed a young girl into Asda toilets in London, saying he identifies as a woman. It read, the man's teeth were knocked out by the little girl's father, who said he identifies as a tooth fairy. So he shared that particular joke. In spring this year, he uploaded several posts to Instagram making various claims about Bill Gates, suggesting that the Microsoft founder is somehow exploiting the COVID crisis to try to force mandatory vaccinations on the world. This odd conspiracy theory doing the rounds in corners of the internet, popular with the anti-vaccination movement, reflects the central belief that Mr. Gates has established that vaccines will kill people who take them and is therefore endorsing them as a plot to reduce the global population. The same guy says that we need to depopulate, suddenly wants to save everyone with vaccines. Read out such post by McKinsey. Another claimed wrongly that 48,000 children in India had been paralyzed by Bill Gates' polio vaccine. Not heard of that. A third post called him a documented thief who owns vaccine companies that visited Jeffrey Epstein's pedo island countless times. In fact, there is no evidence that Mr. Gates is a criminal, nor that he ever visited Mr. Epstein's island. McKenzie isn't just paranoid content on Instagram. However, he also uploads blatantly anti-Semitic content. And we'll go on to this because I've called him out on this before. In June, he began using a network to attack the Jewish community, sharing a false conspiracy theory that the restraining technique of kneeling on the neck, as used by the police officer who killed George Floyd in Minneapolis in May, had been learned during the secret seminars with Israeli secret services. Research, who funded a transatlantic slave trade, biggest Holocaust and crime against humanity, with no reparations, he declared in one Instagram post, illustrated with images of the Israeli Defense Force. Look who's behind training police in the USA and the UK to put their legs on our necks. Last week, McKenzie continued in this questionable vein by using Instagram to share a video of himself giving a rambling speech about Zionism. Every Zionist is an Islamophobe, he said. It don't make me anti-Semitic if I don't agree with the oppression in Palestine. That's foolishness, yeah. So when you're talking about Zionists and even talking about if you don't agree with the people that run the banks, yeah, and by them running the banks, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. If I don't agree with that, that don't make me an anti-no one. I'm just anti-oppression. Okay, we'll listen to your anti-oppression in a bit when we spoke to Joseph. If I look in my, it's nearly finished now. If I look in my history book and see there were people with Zionist blood that were heavily involved in the transatlantic slave trade. Me pointing that out doesn't make me anti-Semitic. The next day, Mackenzie attacked the devils who had successfully persuaded Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter to close their accounts of a rap artist called Wiley, who made a series of highly anti-Semitic attacks on the Jewish community. As well as circulating a petition calling for Wiley's reinstatement, he's posting attacking the move, carried a series of anti-Semitic hashtags, including Rothschild's bloodline and who owns the banks, advancing a Nazi era slur that Jews are in control of all financial international finances. In response to those posts, the spokesman for the campaign against anti-Semitism tells me there is no justification for using anti-Semitic tropes to commemorate the horrors of slavery or protest against ongoing racism in society today. Forever families should appreciate that. For ordinary, decent people and the Jewish community in particular, seeing a paramilitary group wearing a black shirt and marching through the streets of London, led by a man who roused against Zionist bloodlines, is frighteningly reminiscent of humanity's darkest hour and does nothing to further the noble cause of fighting racism. That's true. Prejudice cannot be beaten by more prejudice. You hear that? Prejudice cannot be beaten by more prejudice. To put things more bluntly, the group that dressed up in uniform to reclaim the streets of Brixton a week ago and was so publicly endorsed by the co-leader of the Green Party has rather too much in common with the fascist black shirt who paraded through London in similar garb more than 80 years ago. What do you think of that, Steve?
Shocking.
So here's all the comments here. Let's see if somebody's got the best rated. The government must stop this menace. It is clear breach of the 1936 Public Order Act that prohibits you wearing a unit. Is that you? Using you tied to a political cause. Why no arrest? Is that true?
What?
Oh, that's something you said earlier, though. You said it's a clear breach of the 1936 Public Order Act.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That prohibits wearing a uniform tied to a political cause. Now, before everyone says, oh, Raj and Steve, we're hypocrites, we talk thing ever. We are not here saying we are leading a movement against anti-racism. Yeah? He is. If I said I'm against domestic abuse, but then I'm beating my wife, you should call me up, shouldn't you?
Yes.
He's put himself on a pedestal now. Me and Steve don't put ourselves. We can be quite, let's say, prickish. We can,
Careful.
Oh, yeah. But basically, we're not putting ourselves out as some kind of like humanitarians that we're here to, X, Y, Z. We're just going to be dealing with issues. But with him, he's created a cause and is the head of a cause which is against bigotry and racism. But he's also bigoted himself against a lot of groups.
Exactly.
And I'm going to start looking through the videos of all the stuff he said about, guess who, Sophia Lewis. I mean, the amount of stuff he said about Sophia Lewis.
Yeah, but don't forget, transphobia, homophobia, fine in their book. That hate is absolutely fine. But don't go near race. You're not allowed to go near race. But you're allowed to be the vilest, abhorrent, nasty individuals when it comes to transphobia or homophobia. That's absolutely bloody fine. And as I always say, it's the top race is always the top trumps of the diversity field.
Let me go through a little bit more. How much longer you got? Because I need to go in. I might open the panel up. How much longer you got?
I'll go in 10-15 minutes probably.
All right, so let's just go over this video quickly because this is an interesting video. That was also, I'm going to play the COE version. It says, you don't have a monopoly on oppression. White privilege at its best, yeah. Joseph versus Raspect. I don't know why you cut me out of it, Raspect. I can't believe it. My name's not even in there. It's a freaking thing. So let me just play the beginning bit and a couple of bits because this is actually quite an interesting.
Is that when racism comes from
Yeah, you've been running and it's the corner. Alright, so what we'll do here, remember the mic is here. Yeah, remember the mic is here. Until people start showing a bit of respect.
last week we did say
So do you want to
my issue that I want which I was discussing with Rob. I've got a few videos with quotes of Farrakhan saying all of these things. Farrakhan. Okay, can I make a point before people?
Oh, let me just put
other minority communities.
Yeah, have a listen.
Other minority communities. The left is silent. What is racism? So let me extend that. That's a good question. So racism, you would imagine, is limited to racism. So I'm going to extend that to Islamophobia, anti-Semitism. But I would say.
Did you hear?
Yeah.
That's what you said. I didn't say that. No, but that wasn't what racism was. I didn't say that.
Let me forward it to my bit.
Can I ask one simple question? One time, let me say one. But even this morning, talking about our slave trade, all the population. Jews have been kicked out of 88 countries and all the population countries. He's saying that the Jews fleeced those countries, stole from those countries, and they were kicked out. No one condemned him on the channel, but when anyone says anything about, even this morning, people are calling Asian people kabaddi this, kabaddi that, yeah? And so what I'm trying to say is that racism and prejudice here should be condemned on all fronts. But for some reason, it's okay to be anti-Semitic on these channels. It's okay to be anti-white, anti-Asian, but everything else against black people. So that I've said to one time. Let me say one time I said to you the word black magic, and a man jumped out my throat for saying black magic.
That's true, you know. I said black magic, and they went mad on me. How dare you say black magic? How dare you? You're racist. I was like, dude, man, that's it's not my fault. It's called black magic.
But another man said to me, Indians will eat each other, and it was cool. Oh, are you gonna lie? When a man said that Indians shit in the streets, Indians will eat each other.
Look, he's behind me here. Look. Oh my god! At time, didn't realize that little.
Oh god, yes.
Look at that freaking. Look, you got. This is a real freaking picture. You got Walla Walla, Zabida, him, and Ratboy in one.
And Ratboy in the middle.
Big up Zabida though.
Indians shit in the streets. Raspect said that. It's wrong. Thank you. So why is it not the same with Jews?
Let me just rewind that.
Blacks are termites. Would you say in any context that's acceptable? I don't think people went through talking about Jews. They're not talking about Jews. They said Jews. So I'm saying I or someone else says if blacks, it's wrong. Thank you. So why is it not the same with Jews? So why was Council of Nicaea allowed to rant even by using Louis Farrakhan against Jews, but no one said nothing on the channel? Louis Farrakhan, you have to understand that them man are speaking in a very political paradigm. So they're talking about the Jews who are doing the corruption. They're talking about the Jews who weren't involved.
It's deep there as well.
And he also said, is it true that the Jews who were involved? They're very specific. This is what somebody is. This is what there's a guy on the channel, Council of Nicaea.
Listen about the because they're talking about transatlantic slave trade, and you're going to hear Raspect saying some pretty controversial stuff.
Run the whole slave trade.
Jews run the whole slave trade.
Yeah, so there was a guy.
Is that including the Muslim slave trade as well?
Yeah, I mean the Arab slave trade was still going on until the 1900s.
Well, it's still going on now.
Yeah, it's still going on now in Libya.
The slave trade. There were Africans involved in the slave trade. There were Christians involved in the slave trade. There were Arabs involved. The biggest slave trade was the Arab slave trade. There were Jews at the top of our slave trade. Okay, who are these Jews? Respect, who are these Jews? Name them. Okay, we're going to get into that. Now the guy said, no. The guy said the Jews.
What are you saying, never then?
He said the Jews run the slave trade 100%. I'm saying that no one Jews involved. Double standards. Double standards. And you also said that Jews control America. Yeah, they said it on there as though Jews control everything. No one knows. Every institution is Respect, guess what? If I white people.
So he's saying that all the Jews are at the top of the thingy, yeah? Well, why don't you just replicate them and try and freaking get them to the top as well? This is the one thing I've never understood. So Jews are successful people. They work hard and they're intelligent people. But they're now too successful, and so we need to start persecuting. It doesn't make sense. Why don't you take some of their ethics about what they do in order to get to that stage, and maybe apply it to your own communities? I'll let you on, yeah. I'll let Shahid's on it. Let me see Shahid. Is that you, Shahid?
That's me. That's me.
Oh, big up. Yeah. So I'm opening the panel up. What I'll do is, if there's enough people on there in half an hour, I will leave the panel going if there's enough to shut it. So if anyone else wants to jump on, I will leave it running but I need to go for an hour at 10 o'clock. So let me just play the rest.
Oh no, don't play anymore. We've seen enough.
No. I need
video.
to. No. It's not going to play. There's important bits coming.
You find Christians?
No, but there's a certain.
Big up the Jews from name these Jews, Raspect. Big up the Jews. Let me say something. Don't be a hater. Yeah, you should be. I tell you what, invite me to the show, Raspect, man. Do the show together. So this is kind of the point that Raj was making. When racism is directed at other minorities from minority communities, nobody says anything.
Racism, bro.
According to your definition.
What do you mean, fam? Can the rapist tell the woman what rape is?
Respect. You don't have a monopoly on oppression. You don't have a monopoly on oppression.
Can the person who did the rape define to the woman what rape is? Or does the woman have to define what rape is?
That's not how English works.
We're saying these channels define what racism was. They left out their count that racism was not their opinion of us. And racism was institutions that they created to oppress us. So what we're saying is, until we create institutions to oppress you, we cannot be racist. Because we're saying their opinions was not what made them racist. Their opinions made them prejudiced. If they had their opinion and they didn't act on those opinions, there would have been no problem.
What happened in the Holocaust?
What happened in the
What
Holocaust?
happened? It's a straight question. What happened in the Holocaust?
4 years, 100 slaves. 4 years to 400 years.
What?
400 years. 4 years to 400 years, bro.
Okay. Respect, you haven't got a clue what you're talking about, mate.
5 years to 500 years, bro.
Okay, he's now saying that the Holocaust happened between 5 and 500 years.
Fam, King Leopold killed more people. King Leopold of Belgium killed more black people in Congo than Hitler killed of Jews. But you know why they didn't give a fuck? Because them people are black. Yeah, the only reason why they give a fuck about the Jews is because they're white. That's the only reason why. Because it was white on white crime. Look how many crimes all over the world, fam.
Respect.
Great Britain.
Do you know why they killed us? Do you know why?
The British Empire. The British Empire by 20 times outdoes Hitler's death toll. Outdoes the British Empire by 20 times outdoes Hitler's death toll.
Hold your tongue for 2 seconds.
But why? Because white people are planning their killing sentence. Yeah.
Are you going now? Oh no. All right. So before you go though, so when it comes to this situation, like, yeah, we can agree that Belgium. I mean that freaking what they did to Africa, the Belgian, that king with Leopold was a freaking like a next level of savagery and barbarity. But like it says here, you don't have the monopoly on oppression because the Sikh people have gone through a lot of oppression as well. Is my oppression of my people less than yours? Every community has gone through some form of oppression at some point in their history, probably. Yeah, but it feels
precisely, including the people of this land. Look at all the different groups that have invaded this island throughout its history.
Yeah, and you could say that they were invading force and probably committed.
And I'm waiting for waiting for money as compensation from the bloody Italians.
Yeah. Well. All right, so yeah, is there anything else you want to say before you shoot, or
other than on a completely different subject? You heard about the stabbing on Oxford Street this afternoon?
No, what was it? What happened?
An individual was stabbed. I don't think they're dead. I think they're in hospital. And an individual was seen running up Oxford Street holding a machete, like you do in the country's busiest shopping road on a Saturday afternoon.
Right.
Do wish these idiots would keep their turf war somewhere else, wouldn't you?
To be honest, there was a similar incident around my area. I think it was on Wednesday. I don't want to talk too much about it because obviously, let's just say I know the person who did that attack, but there was a similar attack where someone had attempted to stab someone, and they got they're not arrested, but they're in custody, so they're just verifying it. But obviously the police came, done their things.
So is that your local, the one that was local to you? You're describing?
It was locally towards my area. It was not on my street, but it was on my neck. It was on my next door neighbour's street. So
because I just read in relation to this one on Oxford Street, London, this afternoon, no arrests have been made. So they haven't got him. So that's a bit worrying, isn't it? Someone with a machete that stabbed someone in the middle of Oxford Street hasn't been arrested yet.
yeah, there was a similar one around my area. I've got the article. It's in Lancashire, my area. So he was arrested.
Anyway, what a world. All right then. See you both.
Anyway, see you later. We'll probably see you running at speakers.
Yeah, take care.
So take care. Have a good day. What's going on, Shahid?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
The voice is like, I think your birthday have dropped today. You know,
No. Bro, let me say something here. I've been in Leicester for the first 2-3 weeks, so that's why like a lot of people, even when I'm on Valley Stream, people are like, "Hey, you used to whisper so much. You used to whisper so much, and then now you're just talking like fluently." I'm like, listen, man. When I'm outside, like the area and stuff, let's just say.
I understand what you're saying, because sometimes when you're in your home, you're so worried about people hearing. You have to kind of whisper. You have to be careful what you say. But when you're outside, you can just like totally rant or say whatever you want without no real issue, man. So what do you think about this the Raspect situation then, with him being in the Daily Mail? What's your
so there were a couple of things I have touched upon, because I did do a live stream going through the whole thing. Firstly, addressing the Jewish things, I think that Raspect has said a lot of things that are wrong. I don't agree with him with the Holocaust thing. Obviously, the Holocaust is something that shouldn't have happened. It was the worst situation for Jews. Plain period. You know, I don't think Jews should be killed for no reason. It's just wrong, in the worst way. But what I've read from the Daily Mail saying that, you know, he made a couple of statements on his Instagram about Jews, stuff like this. I actually, because I was going through on my live stream, I had to verify the information. So what I did was I checked his Instagram, you know, went through every single video from like his latest post to his last post. I didn't find no Jewish anti-Semitic things like this, but I would say from the video that you are sharing, he does say a lot of things that are wrong about Jews. I don't agree with him on the Holocaust thing. I think that is wrong. Straight up. Other things such as the army, this and that. Yes, I can say it looks like an army, but then again, Raspect's that type of brother, because I've spoken to him multiple times. He always cares about his family. He always cares about brothers and sisters, you know, uniting. He also just had, I think it was his daughter's birthday, so, you know, happy birthday to his daughter. So like for me, I don't see him as a bad person. I don't see him as anti-Semitic. I personally don't believe the Daily Mail. Just it's my own reasons. I don't tell no one to. If you want to believe what the Daily Mail says, that's you. But me,
the thing is, I'm not a Daily Mail fan yet, but I've said this like from before, that when it comes to Raspect, he's very vocal about. Because look, if I was out here saying I'm against the oppression of Sikhs, and then I'm kind of like oppressing other people, I can understand people would say, "Oh, Raj, why?" You understand? Like, I'm out here just saying what I'm going to say. I'm not here to tell people you can't press that person, that person. When it comes to Raspect, he's talking about racism. I don't like racism. I'm here to destroy racism. He's very, very hateful to other groups as well. He's bigoted towards the Jews. He's bigoted towards transgender people. He's very homophobic and all of this kind of stuff. So if you're now the head of an organization which is calling for, let's say, people to stop being bigoted or racist or prejudiced against people, but you're just as bigoted about other groups, then you're a hypocrite. That's all it is. He's a hypocrite when he says that. What the other thing is that if anyone wants to jump on, if you don't, I'm going to go for another 20 minutes. If no one jumps on, I'm going to shut the stream. But if anyone wants to jump in and stay with Shahid or something and have a chat, then you can do that.
But yeah, like I said, I'll keep it 100, Raj. A lot of the things you said about Jews is wrong. I'll keep it 100. I'm not gonna go on to a live stream and if someone says to me, "Oh, why is your brother Raspect saying this?" I'm gonna say it. He's wrong. I'm not gonna say he's right. Why should I say that? I'm not that type of dude. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I said, like if he wants to do his business, do his business. But there's no.
There's somebody on here, yeah, calling themselves 13 Goodall. Big up. Let's see who this person is. Just give me a second.
That's a troll. 100%.
So who are you? I know it's a troll, but who are you? Who is this? Hello, Patita Kanjar. Speak, boy. Speak. Why has your tongue been cut out today, boy? Obviously, see, all right. So yeah, these guys, and there's another one. I'll smash your temple up. Okay, let's have a look who this guy is. Who is this then? It's got Abu Laif on there. You're gonna smash my temple up, boy. Go on. Who are you? They're the worst trolls, yeah. Like, there's no point.
Listen, this is the thing, right? And I'm gonna say this: advice for the trolls from your dear brother Wisdom, right? Don't jump on a panel and not talk. Simple as that. If you're not gonna talk, you're a flipping bad troll. Simple as that.
Yeah, you need to at least be able to say, "Hey, I mean, I'll give you a little bit of credit for that, but when they don't even say anything. So let me just show you something from Halima. You know Halima, that little Jareel, yeah?
What's Halima said, man? Let me check.
Don't get involved though. Don't get involved. So I'm
not getting involved. I'm just staying up.
Yeah, because they're gonna start gunning for you.
I've been chilling in Leicester. I've been doing my thing, chilling with my family. So good.
So let me just show you the hypocrisy of this channel, the Halima, the Jareel, yeah? You know Halima, please, man. All night you're on the panel with men. All night, Sarirati, yeah. All night she's on a panel with men, yeah. Chit-chatting until 4 in the morning, yeah. Why are you not with your husband, cooking him dal, giving him some sabji, I don't know, make him some roti, man. Make him a makki roti. I know it takes time. I'll make him like freaking saag with paneer. Do something for the man. I can imagine Halima's husband sitting there, yeah, with no kapare on, yeah, freaking doing pashab everywhere in the living room because he's not being looked after, yeah? Probably pooing in the freaking living room like skits. Like, why are you not looking up? Why are you online with men at 4 in the morning? 5, 6 men on one panel and you're chatting. Oh, hey. Like, is that really appropriate behavior for you? Do Muslims truly think that's appropriate behavior? Like, it's weird, like 4 in the morning. It's not like it's 2 in the afternoon. 4 baje in the morning, man. 4 o'clock in the morning, she's, you know, all night she's freaking talking to these people. And then she's, I'm a pious Muslim sister. Don't talk bad to me. But I'm on the internet 24/7, 4 baje tak here in the morning, talking to Muslim men. Oh, she's even talking to me. A Sikh at the middle of the night, 4 in the morning. Why? Have you not got no freaking honor or shame? Like, the Muslims must be thinking, oh, ki kardi, oh my God, what is she doing? Her husband, poor husband. Why is she not making him roti or dal or anything? Imagine that, Shahid. Imagine, Shahid. Don't get involved, though. Don't say nothing. I'm just going to ask you. I'm just going to say your name here, just to prop. Imagine Shahid, yeah? Or like Shahid's got a wife. And all night, Sarirati, all she does is talk on the internet, yeah? And Shahid, yeah, doesn't even get one roti. Yeah? Roti is a chapati. Or any dal, or any chol, or any sabji, any dahi, nothing, kushbani. Not even a bundi ali dahi, yeah? She can't even make bundi ali dahi for him. Yeah? Not bunda, it's bundi, it's the other stuff. And like, poor guy. He's probably sitting there, oh, Halima, please make me some roti. Oh, shut up, bitch. And she gets you know what Velna is? You know that thing that the rolling pin starts chapping on it. Shut up, boy. Shut up. I'm talking to my friends online. I'm talking to these friends online. I'm talking to these men online all night. Sorry, dog. Shut up, boy. Shut up. Chuk up. Yeah? Like, you're embarrassing yourself, yeah? All night talking to men. All night. Doesn't no one want to pull her up on this? All night. She's not even got other females on the panel. All men. Let me just show you something. You know when they say that no one cusses any other religions, yeah, on certain panels. Let's have a look at this, yeah. So, what is this, Halima? You've modded up a guy, yeah, and the guy is called Christian God died naked on the cross.
That's no.
Is that disrespectful, Shahid?
That's disrespectful still.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I mean, to a Christian, that's disrespectful.
I can say something, right? If you want to criticize, it's all up to you. You can criticize all you want, but fuck, like, why do you have to go to a point where you have to mock someone's religion and take the Michael out of it? Like, take
See, and do you know what now? Yeah,
I just don't agree with it. That
and do you know what? Yeah, do you know what's gonna happen now? Because you're a reasonable Muslim who's saying, okay, you know, don't mock the Christians if you don't want to get mocked. You're not going to be called an Islamophobe. You know, oh, he's a Muslim. He's a kafir. He's siding with what's right. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim, Sikh, whatever. If something's wrong, it's wrong. If something's right. If you're saying you don't want your particular faith to be criticized, and then you have mods on your channel called Christian God died naked on the cross, do you not think that a Christian person will be upset about that? Or is it just one way? Like, do you not see how that would upset a Christian? Now, even with that Jadeel Halima, yeah, like, I'm not going to rise to her levels, but I'm not going to retaliate in this. But if I wanted to, I could really retaliate. And the only reason I'm not going to retaliate is because of people like Shahid, people like my boy Hassan that's going to be on tomorrow, people like Zubaydah, people like Jat, even though Jat my Punjabi
Jat is a kind of a troll, but he's a alright troll.
Jat, yeah, I found out. Yeah, I did the research. Yeah, he come from my pind. Yeah, in my pind in Ludhiana, he was there. His ancestors. Yeah. Yeah, both I think it was my great grandfather, Roti Kandasi or the granddad and all, yeah. He was like eating with his own granddad. They used to make roti. They used to have makshari roti together. This is what it's a rumor. I don't know. People can kind of look into it. But Jack with a big pot. Yeah, I think we was neighbors at one point. Don't use that against him, Halima.
Just a troll, man.
I like the way they get so upset, yeah, that certain people are just think about things, yeah, when people are just being fair, yeah, and just using their own logic, they're then seen as what you call kind of like setting out whatever group. Like, if wrong's wrong, it's wrong, isn't it? It's wrong. So there's no point kind of trying to say, oh, you know, these people, like, reactionary calls out, you know, certain people being extremists. Oh, why are you calling them out? That's your Muslim brother. Now have a look at this one. Now I'm not going to retaliate.
I'm gonna say right, like the whole mocking religion thing. I've always said this from like day one. If you want to criticize a belief system, you have the right to do that, no problem.
Yeah.
But once it goes to a whole different level where you're mocking, taking a mick, trying to provoke people, I'm not down with that at all.
Yeah,
I'm not down.
But this is where the lines blur a bit, and this is where we need to have a proper discussion about it. I'm getting my tomorrow. Yeah, maybe you want to jump on. I'm getting a friend of mine called Hassan, and not Hassan Yilmaz, is a old friend of mine. Like I don't like people. Yeah,
right.
I've only had like maybe a handful of people that I actually liked, and this is one of those people. I see him like a brother. Yeah, he's one of those type of people that, like if anything ever happened to him, I would be upset. And there's not many people. I see you similar to that as well. Obviously, I don't know you personally, but there's certain people. I know this guy so well. And so he's going to come on tomorrow, and we're going to discuss how he knew the old Raj. I am a different person as of today. But when he knew me 10 years ago, before my certain issues happened with me, I was not somebody that you would ever even... I never ever even talked about religion. I don't even think I did, to be honest with you. I can't remember. I'm going to ask him when I speak to him. Did I ever speak about religion? Did I ever speak about Pakistan? Did I ever say anything anti-Pakistani? Did I ever say anything anti-Islam? Because I don't think I did. Yeah, I did ask him. He said he doesn't. No, I
To
didn't.
be honest, thinking back, like if you like thinking back as a teenager, I personally think you wouldn't have.
No, I'm not talking about even a teenager. I'm talking about 10 years ago. I'm talking about from 2003 to 2011. I worked with him. My place I worked had lots of Muslims in the organization because of the area. It's in Ilford. So this guy was a Pakistani Punjabi. We had loads of people in there. I remember I used to have a room where I used to design because I was a kitchen designer, and when I wanted a bit of breathing space to do stuff, my kind of like paperwork, I used to have a room upstairs where I used to sit down with my computer and that and my filing cabinet. Muslims used to come in like 3 times a day, say, "Can I use the room to pray in?" What do you think my response was?
Sure.
Yeah, I was like, I never ever even thought about it. Now people probably think, oh well, what about look? For me, I never even thought. I said, dude, do you what you want? Give me a time. How long gonna be? They said 10 minutes. I said, I'll be back. And so for me, like obviously, certain things happen to you. You start getting a little bit kind of like you start looking at certain things. And you're like, all right. Like after my cousin was growing, I have to admit my kind of my mind, and the way I thought about the world or certain communities started to change. But I'm going to talk about how I was then. Yeah. And there's a misconception that I got bullied when I was younger. And that's why I had good friends from all Gujarati Muslims, Pakistani Muslim, Bengali Muslim. I went to colleges which were predominantly Muslim colleges. I had no issues. Yeah. Not real an issue. Only until 1992 when I bumped into Majid Nawaz when I was 19. Yeah. So yeah, all right. So let me just quickly show something else. So I'm not going to respond to this here because obviously I'm a better person. Oh my god! Mute yourself, man. Don't speak with your thing. Oh, Jaligaman, his mother. So let me just show you something Halima done. She said early gurus Raj advocates for kept my mothers and sisters as sex slaves. Indian soldiers to this day try. So early gurus, Raj, advocates for kept my mother and sister as sex slaves. That is a real strong, slanderous accusation against the gurus. Now, if I wanted to be a proper prick, what I could have said is what? What could I say in response? Maybe, should I say it? Should I? Should I say it? Because let me tell you something. There is no record, or reliable records of any of the gurus practicing slavery or sex slavery. Yeah. Did a Maharaja maybe have done it? Yeah, but a Maharaja is not the gurus. So for you to say the gurus, because I could easily pull up, I don't know, real stories from your religious books that actually do prove that somebody did have slaves. You want me to do that? Or should I be the better man? Should I be the better? I'll be the better man today. Today. You know, because obviously I'm Saint Raj. I'll be the better man today. Yeah. I'll be a better man today. Because obviously they're just kind of like, oh, yeah, they never cuss anyone else's religion. Oh, you know, what's his name? That freaking idiot, Talochan. Oh, Raj is always provoking you. You don't do nothing. You never say anything. You are all innocent. You never say nothing. Now, let me just show you something here, because look, I don't like Amy here. Let me just say to you, I'm going to shut the stream in 5 minutes. It looks like nobody's coming on. I'm actually quite happy about that. I need to do a stream tomorrow as well with Hassan, my boy Hassan. He did come on the show earlier under an account. So hopefully it's him and he'll contact me tomorrow. But let me just show you about skits here. Skits is a nasty piece of work. Now, I don't like Amy here. I do not like Amy. But let me tell you something here. This is disgusting. Yeah. This is disgusting. This is a picture of Amy. This red bit here was a baby, an actual real baby's head. There's a scissors and it's child's play cutting the baby's head. Then it says the fetus later with a picture of allegedly her baby that died with my head on it. Yeah. Now, anybody that is supporting Skits here and say, oh, Skits is just some troll, I am not accepting that no more. to people like Jen Wallace, people that you know, supposedly and Dan and all these people are, oh, he's just a troll, he's just a troll, oh, he's not that bad. Look, if you are now still siding with this guy and still want to be friendly with this guy, anyone that wants to be friendly with him, I'm going to definitely be questioning what type of person you are, because this is taking things to a next level of savagery and nastiness. Yeah, whether you hate Amy or not, her children have done nothing in this. They are innocent and should not be used as a way to attack her. Yeah. You also have this. We also have this. Yeah. Now this is another thing. They're putting in a back chat, yeah. Amy with her kids. Now this is a picture of Amy when she was a kid. She did look like a bit of a devil though. No, can I just say something? Yeah. I didn't want to show the picture, but I have to say she did look a bit like a devil. Her eyes were like demonic. I'm not gonna lie, even I have to say. Let me just double check who this guy is. Who is this pussy hole? Speak. Why? Shut your mouth.
Oh, pussy.
What are you saying, Esau? Esau, what are you saying?
Pussy?
How are you? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do against my sister?
Nothing.
Say with your chest, boy.
I was quite.
Say with your chest, boy. I know you're sucking
You're
a
fool.
Say with your chest, boy.
Oh, shut up.
Say, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna keep doing memes. How about that?
No. You said you said you're gonna contact her. You said you're gonna contact her. I don't really care now. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Like,
do you really find a contact?
What I will say about you is, I will do anything for you real. What will you do? What will you do for real? What will you do for real? What will you do for real? Will you suck in while there's a music? What will you do for real? What will you do? I can just keep on dropping you in and out, so it doesn't matter. So what will you do for real? Abide and tell me when you said, I love the way you move and your swag. I don't need to watch for what you say. I'm just going to watch you for the way your body moves. What you got to say for that, boy? What you got to only for his body? Why are you watching him, yeah? Only for the way he moves. Why don't you want to listen? Why don't you want to listen to what, yeah? And the thing is, yeah, I can keep it dropping you out. So this guy, yeah, is the most nastiest guy. I'm telling you something now. The day I find out this guy's going to get a lifetime, yeah, amount of trolling from me, a lifetime. I will never stop. And there will be a point where I will find these pictures. And I'm telling you, what I will do with those pictures, yeah, is going to be 1,000,000 times worse than what you've done with my sister's picture. 1,000,000,000 times worse. 1,000,000,000 times worse. You have, yeah, you pussy out, you have created, yeah, yourself a shitstorm of the Rajani.
Eating shit.
You are gonna cry one day like a bitch, yeah. Raj, please stop. You know the way real cry
all the time.
Bulgaria. You're gonna go to Bulgaria. You're gonna go to Bulgaria, yeah.
Well, you're gonna have a wife. You will be potatoes and
carrots, yeah. Just like real. Now, what we'll do while you're on here, let's ask you what you meant by some of the stuff you said. Obviously, you're gonna get shook because you don't like this song, yeah. But let's play the song, yeah, because obviously this is a great love song of him and real. I will do anything for you, real. I will do anything for you. So let's have a look. So let's get your opinion on your great love song. He's gone. So let me just double check. I wonder what he thinks about his boy Skits using. Let me ask him one question first. Let me ask him the question because he's very close with Skits, yeah. So, what's your opinion of what Skits is doing against Amy right now, using her kid and putting kids up? It's Speaker's calling Skits crew, yeah. Yeah, the crew that he's allegedly head of. And so are you, bitch.
What's your opinion on?
And so are you. Like, you're part of that crew, aren't you? Are you?
How's that?
Are you with?
Do you like running shit? Yeah.
Are you? Have you been on Speaker's? Have you been on? Have you been on Speaker's Corner Skits video? Amy's all of her kids' pictures on there. Have you? Yes or no? Have you been on his video where he's gonna put all of Amy's kids' pictures up, and he's been posting them all in the back chat. Yes or no?
Say it again. Start again.
Are you? Are you accepting? Because you're with Skits here that he's been putting up Amy's kids' pictures up all in the back chat. Are you okay with that?
I'm not here to talk about Amy. I'm here to talk about you and Jazz. Your nasty incestuous relationship.
If there was one person watching, you would still do
Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about
this though. So what is this? What is this about? Why was you crying like a bitch? Yeah, about real. What made you so upset?
You say yourself. If one person was watching,
watch the news I do.
Go on. Let's listen to it together.
Very interested.
Let's listen to it.
You're gonna be very interested.
You let the fuckers win. You let them
win. Do you jack off to this? Do you jack off to shit?
Have you met him yet? Have you been to Bulgaria?
Do you jack off to shit?
Plant your potato in his grass.
Let's make you hard, yeah.
Have you planted your little carrot in his garden yet? Have you?
Because people call it saying, even if there was one person.
Are you not embarrassed to listen to yourself, bitch? You're a man, a grown-ass man, and you're talking like this to another man.
Like my garden. Because you know people trying to destroy you. Look at my garden. People try and take a child down here, and what you're doing now is playing up towards them. Personally, if I was in your shoes, I would not be giving.
Don't answer yourself, boy.
Are you trying to talk about my channel?
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about the other two, and Regina.
No.
No,
what you got to understand is, I told you this before. It's not one person that can take down the channel. It's many people that can take down the channel.
No one can hear you. It sounds like you're sucking off.
Yeah, yourself included. Yourself included. Yeah, yourself included.
Okay.
Like,
why would I do
all the other people?
My name's Issa the bitch.
At the end of the day, you might not done it purposely.
I can't believe it. Real, you gone.
And everybody else is. Not just you. I'm not putting it on you. But
He's still on the panel, so if anyone doesn't believe it, look, he's still on it, E-man.
Is now the reason why you can't come on this channel again.
Come on. Answer for your crimes against humanity.
I can't accept that.
Anybody
I hear what you're saying, but I can't accept that. Because you have to respect it. People have things in their lives going on right now, and it's your job to maintain. It's your job to maintain and be there when those people get back. And then you have to take responsibility on that. You're supposed to be there. You say yourself, if one man was watching this, one woman was watching this, that's on you to do that.
I'll be
You're supposed to be there when we're
for you.
You're not supposed to be like, I'm packing up and going. That ain't right.
Today.
No. What I'm meant to do is I'm meant to go, I'm meant to stay here. Carry on streaming. So everyone decides that they're going to.
Wherever I'll be there, putting my carrot in his garden.
No.
My name is Esau, the real bitch of YouTube.
No. You know what? Speaker's Corner is dead. I hate that place. It's
go
so
back
toxic.
there one more time and you can pick up more viewers.
No, I don't want.
You're doing stuff. You're building houses out there just like I am. I'll send you a few pictures in a second. I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is, though, is that it's not the speakers for the people, it's the viewers who watch that fucking place. It's all around the world. And people out there who like me, who see people like you, like, oh, I can relate to that person. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. So other people out there will be like, I might not like the topic they're talking about, but I like that person, I like his swagger, I like the way he walks. I relate to that. You know what I'm saying? So that's really good. That's how to attract more viewers. Maybe go to more like what your camera and the way you work.
Oh, come here anyway.
Put you on the map.
My name's real.
Go somewhere else and take and somewhere more.
Yeah, Issa's looking for a new man.
I don't know, you've done this more than me, you know exactly.
All right. I'm closing the show anyway in a bit.
I've been fake. I'll be real with you now. I've been fake for a year. In the sense of me being nice with you, all. Because really,
you're cracking,
mate. If people ain't gonna come here if I just start talking about porn, but if I say I'm gonna quit, they're gonna come here, aren't they? They're gonna start listening.
I was coming here anyway.
I'll come here anyway. That's brutal. You would go there just for
If I
him.
say I'm gonna quit, they're gonna come here, aren't they? They're gonna start listening.
I was coming here anyway.
Oh my
Out there will be like, yeah, I might not like the topic they're talking about, but I like that person, I like his swagger,
I like the way he
If I say I'm gonna
moves.
quit, they're gonna come here, aren't they? They're gonna start listening.
I was coming here anyway.
Anyway.
Out there will be like, yeah, I might not like the topic they're talking about, but I like that person, I like his swagger, I like the way he was.
No, but if I say I'm gonna quit, they're gonna come here, aren't they? They're gonna start listening.
I was coming here anyway.
No, but if I say I'm gonna quit, they're gonna come here, aren't they? They're gonna start listening.
I was coming here anyway.
No, but if I say I'm gonna quit, they're gonna come here, aren't they? They're gonna start listening.
I was coming here anyway.
Oh, that's brutal, man. Well, that's what you call love, though. Yeah, we gotta give Esau the credit. Yeah, look, when it comes to Esau, yeah, like he's a woman scorned. Yeah, like when you got a woman scorned like Esau, you gotta respect that his level of love for his man. Like he's not happy that Real's now in Bulgaria planting his carrot in that garden. He wants Real's carrot planted in his garden. So Esau is a woman scorned. And there is nothing more dangerous than a woman scorned. That person will go through everybody. Scorched earth policy with that guy. Yeah? He's in love with Real, and we've got to accept that he's hurting. Like he's hurting like a bitch. And it hurts that he cannot put his carrot in Real's garden anymore. He cannot put his carrot in Real's garden or his cucumber, whatever it is. Probably not a cucumber, it's probably a carrot or probably a what's it or something. That's why Real left him, because he couldn't feel nothing. He couldn't feel nothing. Could not feel nothing. All right, so let me just think. Oh yeah, all right. So let me on, because the E-man is back. We'll let him on. Let's have a bit of fun, man. Let's have a bit of fun before I close up. I do need to close the show. But before he comes on, though, let's ask him, because he's with Skits, yeah? And he's saying Skits isn't posting that stuff up. Well, let's have a look if that's true. Let's see if that's true. If Speaker's Corner Skits isn't going for Amy's kid. Yeah. Now, when you go into Speaker's Corner Skits' channel, let's have a look. Just so that we can prove it before this bitch comes on here and says, oh, he's not going for her children. What's this, bitch? What is this? What is this? What is this? When life goes wrong, yeah, this is a picture now where he's going to be starting to go for all of her family and her kids and stuff. So you support this guy, don't you? Yeah? He's run away now. He's run away now. Obviously, he's run away. He's run away. Yeah, what a bitch, man. One of the #1 bitches I've ever met. And you're going to have a real special place in my trolling. Yeah, your videos of you are going to be played for a long time. I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah, we done the Raspect review story. I need to shut the stream now anyway. I need to go. No one else is jumping on. There's no point anyway. I need to shoot. Let me just close a couple of the windows down. Let's see what Raspect has been getting up to today and if he's actually addressed anything. So Raspect Rebellion. Oh, look what he's got up. So the last time he put a post up was on... Let's yeah. Have a look. Yeah. Raspect Rebellion, that was from 2 days ago, yeah. Is it 2 days? No, this ain't 2 days. It's a couple of days ago, I think. More than that. I think it's 4 days ago. Oh, it could be 2 days ago. Oh, he's put something up today. So the lions does not turn around when a small dog barks. African proverb. Blackness the only true black people. They're born on every planet. Black business. Black power must only be there. All right. So no, he hasn't done no kind of rebuttal of that particular video. So let's ask this little bitch what he thinks about what his boy Skit's going to be doing about exposing Amy and her kids and stuff. Let's have a look.
Are you going to eat? Are you going to eat shit now? That you say
So
your
let
facial
me
traits
let me ask you this question then, yeah. Now let me ask.
No, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you.
It doesn't work like that. I'm totally controlled, bitch. A bit like Real when he used to use and abuse you and stuck a 10-inch dildo up your ass and made you freaking spit out your dummy. I'm in control, bitch. I can chuck you out. Look, I can just chuck you out. Either you control yourself or you got no power here, bitch. What is the point here, Real? To Esau, let me hear you. I know you're beta male, so you're used to being abused and made into a bitch. On StreamYard, the reason why StreamYard is very good is why? Because I can just do this. Talk.
You fool.
Talk.
Right.
He loves the abuse, though. I'm not gonna lie. He's like a sadomasochist. Not gonna lie, yeah. He's like a sadomasochist. Full on sadomasochist. Let me just. So, what is your? So let me ask you. What is your take on what Skits is doing to Amy and her children, all of her children's bits?
What my take is?
Yeah, what is your take?
My take.
I don't care, bitch. I don't care what you think. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care what you think.
Why?
What's your
Why
take
do
on?
you try to...
So, what is your take on the situation with Skits then?
Skits is.
I don't care, bitch. I don't care. I'm gonna keep on dropping you out. This is how much of a bitch you are. I'm telling you, I don't care. And every time you talk, I'll just drop you out because your opinion is irrelevant. But you're such a bitch because you're so domesticated. Because Real domesticated you so badly, it made you into a freaking housewife that only washes the dishes. Oh, I can't believe you and Papa go, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. What they're talking about, knitting all day and all that kind of stuff. I can just abuse you as well because you're used to being a bitch. Yeah, I can just put you onto the panel, say, what's your opinion, chuck you out. You don't even have no self-respect. Yeah? You don't even have no self-respect that I'm abusing you like a bitch and you keep on coming back. Yeah? What strike? Why would you say there's a strike? Did he do something? I'm pretty sure he didn't do anything. Well, I hope he didn't. So let me just... So tell me now, did he do something? Because if he did, then I'll just quickly just stop the stream and the thingy. So you need to explain, what do you mean bloody hell strike? No, did he do something to get me a strike or not? Amelia Luca. It says bloody hell strike. So if he's done something, you need to tell me now because I've not seen it from my side. Yeah, Valley. What do you think of your boy's thingy? Can someone clarify if he did anything or posted something that I did not see? Because on my end, I did not see anything. Let me just oh, not me. Okay. All right. So, what do you want to say then? On a serious note, what do you want to say? Because I want to hear from why you are such a prick. Like, what do you want to say, Esau? Say your piece. You got your one time to say because I'm going to chuck you out otherwise. What do you want to say? Have you got an opinion? You want to say something about your boyfriend, Real? You want to tell him that you love him and that you miss him putting his carrot in your garden, and you want that carrot in your garden, not the Bulgarian soil. Yeah. You want to condemn your boyfriend Skitsy, who was pooing in bags and freaking more pissing in bottles? Yes. Look, he's on it now. Look how scared he is. He's such a bitch. Yeah. Look, watch this. Off. It's embarrassing, man. I wonder Real saw you as a freaking gold mine. You probably freaking more freaking offloaded all your money to him, and that's why he's in Bulgaria now. He ran off with your money. You're that much of a bitch. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Now, let me just go through the thingy, and then I'm gonna have to end the stream now anyway. I need to go through a couple of things. Tomorrow, I'm gonna hopefully do a little chat with my old mate Hassan, if you can jump on, if I've got time. I'm not. Hopefully, you can only stay till 5 o'clock. Obviously, with me, I don't freaking go sleep. I've been doing this drawing all night. So it's actually coming along. Actually, still very rough, but you can see now I'm drawing in the. So basically, the guns are going to be piling up into a mountain, so you can kind of see what's going on. So there's the tip of the mountain. Yeah. As you can see, here's the bottom. It's rough, so people don't say, "Oh, Raj, you can't draw." It's rough, yeah. So everyone's like, "Raj, there's no detail on there. There's no detail." So each of the bullets, like I said, is gonna have a name on it of someone that's been killed by American gun violence in America, and it's gonna go upwards, upwards, upwards into a mountain. That's the peak of the mountain there. It's gonna be like a rubbish dump of guns and bullets. As you can see, I'm still drawing them in. And in the background, there's going to be the American flag. That's going to be the stars and stripes, and the stripes there going at the back. So that's going to be the whole drawing. Pretty big, actually. Yeah, it's a pretty big drawing. Coming out all right. Need to, yeah. Once I've penciled everything in, I'll start detailing it up and shading it. Because at the moment, it's not really shaded. It's just sort of like penciled in. There's not details that we put in yet. And you can see. No, that's actually almost finished. Yeah. No, I shouldn't really touch it still. It's not been sprayed. Let me just go through a couple of comments and I'm going to leave. He's still, all right, so look at him. He's still in there. Esau the bitch. You got anything to say to your man, real? Oh, he's legged it now. Seriously, you're pathetic, man. The day I get your photo, oh my god, man, I'm not gonna lie, man. You know what you did to my sister? I'll make you freaking pay with the worst trolling you're ever gonna get the day I get your photo, and I'll do it for years, not weeks, but years. Yeah, you don't like me as a person, cool. You don't like me as a person, cool. I don't mind. You can do whatever you want. But once you start going for certain people with my family and stuff, then it's all gloves are off, basically. I won't go for your family because I'm a better person, but I'll definitely make sure that you're known as Esau the bitch. That's what will your reputation. When I put your face here onto a freaking picture of you and real kissing, damn, it's gonna be brutal. Latest blah blah blah. Natural section. His voice is broke. Yeah, with a big part. Hamara Punjabi pra. Punjabi pra. Rajka doesn't want to be with this growing. Let's see. He does not look straight up. I ain't ready anything in there. The biggest love story of 2020. Yeah, whole time. Yeah, what a love story. What a love story. It's sweet though, not gonna lie. I bet everyone wishes their man or their partner would defend them so much, like the way Esau does. Let's see what Esau's saying now. Esau is a bitch, the biggest bitch in the world. He will go to Bulgaria.
What's the internet?
Why
is it internet?
Want these carrots into Real's garden whenever you want. You're a bitch. You're always gonna be a bitch. You're always gonna be Real's concubine. What do you think about that song? You like it? You like that song? He's on the panel, but like, dude, if you're ever gonna do what you're gonna do, man, make sure you got a good connection, man. Because you sound like a goddamn idiot. All right, let me end it on a bit of a.
You will never get my face. Understand that. You will never get it.
I'll get it.
You won't. And I'll keep doing. I'll keep making. Listen, you're a porn star. I ain't never gay porn star.
You're gonna get it, man. You're gonna get it. Never say never, boy.
I promise you that. No, trust me. I know that for a fact. But one thing, I'll keep doing fucking.
Dude, I'm in control, bitch. You can't. What's the point of coming on when I can just violate you?
Can't violate me. You
I
can't.
can violate you. Watch. I'm violating you.
What about
Talk.
YouTube Hangouts?
Talk.
What
Talk.
about the YouTube Hangouts?
Talk.
I've been violating you.
Talk. Let me say something, yeah? One thing I've realized about YouTube, Google Hangouts, no one watches it no more. It's not like a year ago where you'd have like hundreds of people looking at it. At the moment, there's barely 10 people regulars watching it. This is one thing I started realizing, that no one even looks at it no more. No one even looks at the freaking Google Hangouts no more. So you can post whatever you want. There's only 10 people looking. If this was like a year ago, I'd be like pissed off. But right now, you can't do shit. Go on, tell me.
So why are you bitching about it?
Don't care what you think, boy. Don't care. Talk. What is your situation with Real then?
Why?
Don't care what you think, boy. Look how many times I'm violating you. You're like one of those guys, yeah, that is like a proper cuck. You probably watch Real, yeah, rimming at other men as you're sitting there going, yeah? You're freaking embarrassing yourself. Oh, Veli wants to jump on, but I need to end the stream. Let me just talk to Veli for 1 second, man. I'll get Veli on for a second. But just 2 minutes, man. I need to go. So let me just play that song in the background. Obviously, we'll have another version of it.
A couple of weeks, like, you might as well just stick around. Don't just say like that. You say yourself, if one person was watching, you still go. Those are your words, not mine. Live up to
Rough with the small. For watching, like, yeah, I can.
what? You gonna let them fuckers win? You let them win?
No, it's not about winning. It's not about winning.
You're gonna let them win?
If they think they
why if doesn't
watch
Hangouts does it bother you?
It doesn't bother me now. It doesn't bother me now. I'm not complaining about it. I don't care. What I do care about is that you are trying to attack somebody that is a vulnerable person. I'll make sure you pay for that dearly, yeah, with the most amount of trolling I've ever given anyone. Let me put Veli on it.
People try to take the child down here, and what you're doing now is playing up towards it.
What do you think of this track?
If I was in your shoes, I would not be giving up. I don't give a fuck.
What do you think?
No one's watching.
Would you ever do that for your woman, like Real's doing for his man? Be honest. No, you're jealous, aren't you? That your woman won't defend you like the way Esau defends his man.
Yeah, but that's my thing still. But,
yeah, would you ever do the amount of effery? I was about to say Sweden that Esau does for his boyfriend Real. No, you wouldn't, man. That's why everyone's jealous of their relation. I'm kind of jealous of it.
All right. Let's start. Let me start. We got to slow that down because obviously I haven't got a boyfriend in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about your woman. You're talking about your woman.
Yeah.
Your woman, man.
For that, yeah. But yeah. What I'm saying is that you might as well come over to G Block, mate. Yeah, because it's popping over there. You know what I mean? We got fucking the Karen Rangers trying to defeat everything.
All over there. All right. Let's have a look. You don't mind if I show you? I don't even know why I'm asking you. I will show it. Let's see what's going over there.
I'm gonna strike you. If you show it, I'm gonna strike you.
They're all over there. You're stealing. You're the #1 channel now. I've only got 82 viewers in freaking Valley. I don't mind though, as long as Real Esau's boyfriend. There. So what they're screaming about now? Let me just hear. Everyone go to Valley's now because I'm shutting the stream. What are they talking about? The Daily Mail article?
No.
Oh, they've not spoken about it.
Nope.
Have you read it?
Nope. I said lions don't talk to pigs. You get me?
No. But there's some good stuff in there. Hold on. Yeah. First of all, I called out Raspect's hypocrisy by saying he's against racism, but he's an anti-Semite, transphobic and homophobic. And guess what that article says? Yeah. But I had nothing to do with it. So big up to that guy, whoever he was. I wish I did have something to do with it. If you want to contact me...
you are a real full-time hater. This
Where's
like,
this thing?
Imagine man's got your thumbnail is the Daily Mail article. Yeah, you're full time here.
No. Raspect has said he's bigger than this YouTube streets. Yeah, that's why I said the fire rats need to stop dragging him down. And he is bigger than that. But once you get into the limelight, expect the heat as well as the praise. Expect the heat. You're gonna get both. You can't just get once. Once you put your head above.
That's cool.
Yeah,
but like I say,
me,
man, lions don't talk to pigs, man. So yeah,
you know when lions don't talk to pigs, but you talk to a kusara.
What's a kusara?
A kusara is a guy that dresses as a woman. Yeah, his name's Esau. Do you want to talk to him?
You got a tranny?
Yeah, Esau, a real bitch.
You already know a tranny, though.
Yeah, but big up to her. But this is a fake one. He's not taken off his little bits yet. He's still walking around with a dingling, planting his carrot into Real's garden.
Wow.
You know what that means, don't you? Do I need to tell you in graphics? So do you want to talk to him?
You don't. I don't know what it means, and you don't need to tell me.
But do you want to talk to him? He's in the back chat. He wants to talk to you. I think he needs a new stream. He needs a new man who's got a stream, a strong, stream that he can jump on and
what do you mean he needs to do that?
Yeah, that's what. No, he told me. All right, so 1 minute.
Why are you trying to mix me up with gay stuff?
One minute. He told me that Real's in Bulgaria. Yeah, he needs somewhere to go now in order to plant his carrot into his garden, and he's now saying, that he wants to go to Veli's.
Well, I tried to come on to show you some love and shit, and you're trying to talk to me about bare gay business.
But will you accept it? Now I'm asking you, will you accept it?
Of course not, bruv. Fuck off, man.
All right, so he's told you. I'm trying to do you a favor. You don't need.
But bruv, listen, you're
your back.
Be into some stupid gay shit, yeah. You and Esau's in some fucking Google Hangouts beef, yeah. Don't mix me up, man. In your shit.
No, but he wants to jump on like Popeye to your panel and start to, he wants you to kind of like be the new Real. I'm telling him, you're never gonna be a Real. Yeah, you accept that? Is that wrong of me to say that? I'm putting him in his place. You don't need a scorned woman like Esau after you. You've got enough problems as it is being a plumber. You probably got all these old women jumping after you, after you've done your job and stuff. Oh, do you ever do anything like that? Like when you've gone to some, you better not. Actually, don't answer. I was going to ask you, like, if you went to some lady's house and then does anything ever happen? Like, is it?
Yeah, people pay me money and I fix their leaks.
Oh, all right. Is that you?
I lay the pipe in the right place.
Oh no, this is why the plumber's always happy. I thought it was the money, but I think it's something else. Anyway, I'll just everyone go over to. I need to end the stream now. I'll come over later and spice it up a bit. I'm gonna be arguing with Khan for a bit because he talked some shit yesterday, so I might start calling him Fatty Bum Bum and stuff, just to kind of like put him in his place. Can I remove you? No, actually, I'm not gonna remove you yet. When am I going to hit the remove button on you? I've got my finger right on the remove, to hit it. But I don't know what to do. Like, I'll wait. I want you to be kind of comfortable when the day I do it. Yeah. Then when you come back one day, I'll do it. But yeah, I need to end the stream. So are you going to leave voluntarily, or do I dash you into the back chat? He's gone. See. Look at that. Did you hear that, Esau? He doesn't want you. He doesn't want you. Don't go on his channel. Don't go over. He doesn't want you. He doesn't want you. He doesn't want you.
Stupid set to bring on.
So let me ask you. Let me ask.
Don't eat your shit coffee bag.
God. And no, I'm not letting no one else on the panel. I'm ending the stream. I need to go. So anyway, everybody, I need to shoot ASAP. Big up to everybody. Good to hear you. Go over to Veli's. I think they're talking about XYZ. They got Jupiter and everyone on there, so I'll go over there. And thinking, I didn't even try it. I gave you the option. Yeah, I didn't even do it. I said to you, should I dash you out or not? And you left. I gave you the option. So one day I'll do it without telling you. I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to do it. I'm just waiting for one day. It could be 10 years time when Veli, if I'm still streaming. Imagine that in 10 years time, I'm still streaming in 10 years time. That'd be freaking mad. Imagine that, an old man with grey hair streaming, calling Puddi that at freaking in his 50s. Hopefully I'll be retired or something by then. Anyway, big up to everybody. I need to end the stream. Take care. And yeah, I'll be over on Veli's maybe.